Oh, dear. I just thought of something.
Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day.
Oh.
So, you know, if you want to, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
I said it to Jack on the way out yesterday.
Because Buddy's not here today.
Thank God.
He does the Hawaiian shirt thing. But now we don't have... Jack, are you wearing a...
No, I don't got one on.
No,
you?
I don't either. Yeah. Huh.
If you're wearing one, send us a picture.
Yeah, let us know. Fire it in. We'll put it on the show. We'll get you on the show today. Welcome to Barn Burner here on a Friday, a presentation of Bet365. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365, an official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Must be 19 or older. Curious. It'd be fun to go back, time machine, and see what. Anyway, we'll get into it. And yes, Super Chat. We've got the chat wide open if you are watching live on the YouTubes. You put some money down inside the chat. We'll put it to the Youth Centers of Calgary and put your comment on the show. Just to look back and the Hurricanes and Panthers and over-unders and goal scorers and that sort of thing. Because looking back, one seemed like a safe bet.
Sure does.
Yeah. One feels like
solid.
That would have been the way to go.
It's a solid foundation.
Yeah. Whereas on the other side, not so much. In fact, I think we have a shot. There's a photo of Rod Brindamore, who was asked.
T-shirt?
No, he's not a Hawaiian T-shirt.
Send it.
But I don't know if it was a snarky question or something. But somebody was asking, it's if you don't score any goals, can you win a hockey game? Which is kind of tongue in cheek. And Brindamore, I think that's what the question was. This is the a question for the coach. Rod, do you think it's going to be tough to win this series if you guys score 0 goals?
I think we have to allow violence in society again. I think he needs to hop that podium and just attack mode.
It's not going great for Rod the Bod. He's so frustrated and mad at his team. He is so mad at his team. I was going to save it for the we'll walk through it. I'll save that for the Pinder report. Maybe we'll see how this goes. It was a what do you want to call it? Snot bubbling, a shit pumping,
it was
beat
a
down.
waste of time.
Holy
to watch.
cow!
I didn't watch. I was at the lacrosse.
Yeah.
They call it a floor.
Yeah, you were on the floor last
night.
Yeah.
So I was listening on the radio, and old Billy Lindsay, my old teammate, drinking buddy.
Yeah.
It was 3-0, and then I turned Billy off. I'm like,
I'm sorry, Bill.
Really need to hear you mumble and stumble and tell me how great the Panthers are anymore. This is clearly a one-sided affair.
Would have been something to listen to the other side of the broadcast, I would think.
To keep the hopes up.
Would have been something. You know, and you feel for a guy like Rod the Bod.
I don't feel for a guy like Rod. Why?
Well, you would have been saying
life's been bad.
No, it's just in this context. You would be, fellas, don't worry. Just go out, get a good start.
Let's go get him.
Let's just play hard, get a good start, get in on the forecheck, boys. Let's get the first goal.
We're not rusty anymore. We're ready.
Oh, we're ready. We got one game under our belt. Whatever. Let's get it. We're going to Florida tomorrow.
Get in there, get a hit.
Let's go. And this happens a minute in, essentially. This Florida, they got a forecheck, but you know what? We're big and tough. We can handle a forecheck.
We can skate.
They're not.
Don't need to show that. Okay.
Okay, that's whiteboard corner. Yeah, time to go.
All
to
right,
the
we got to go through it slow here because we're in fine shape.
Go get in the corner.
Okay, we're good. You're in perfect shape. Guys passing it up to the wing. Good. Go. How about you just step off the wall and chip it to the guy going through. Right?
There is a black shirt right there.
Stop. Yeah. Still in okay shape. I don't like to play.
Yeah, he's retreating to the corner.
I'm not a fan of this, but okay, you've got control. You're fine. Yeah. Keep going. Stop.
Actually, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go this way.
Okay, you're still fine. All you got to do is get up the wall to that guy at the blue line. He can battle it out. We'll be all right. Okay, go. Oh. Stop. Rebound just a little.
Kachuk is so excited.
Stop.
A little further.
How did we end up with 3 guys on the wall and 1 defenseman way out in the middle of
Yeah.
nowhere? What happened? All right. This is maybe trying to do too much. Oh, boy.
I mean, it's a forecheck, but it's not intense.
They didn't even
pressure.
hit anyone.
Yeah.
They didn't hit anyone on the forecheck. They weren't even, it was a secondary forecheck almost. They were almost a second too late on anything, and the Carolina turned it right into them.
Okay, listen, we're down 1-0.
It's fine.
Bad start. We got lots of time. We got 58 minutes left to turn this thing around. It's still the first period, but let's protect them.
And then stop. Now we're gonna send 2 guys to the
puck carrier.
puck carrier now that we've turned it over for no reason. Okay, let's go after him. And then the slot guy.
Oh, I'm gonna
Let's turn my back. I hate it. I was on the ice yesterday with kids, and they turned their fucking back to the puck. You're like, you have no clue what's going on.
Do you think he has his back turned?
Just like, like, what are you doing? Go. Stop.
Yeah.
Go.
It's 2-on-1 low here.
Stop.
Off. Terrible read on this puck. Okay, so you're right there.
I would freak out on my goalie would have been pulled right there. Where?
I mean, he's lost.
Are you blind? He's still
looking the other way.
He's wearing camouflage. It's not
Now he's
fair.
back over. Good heavens, fellas.
It's fine. We got lots of time.
It's still the first, boys. It's the first period. We got lots of time. But we need to just let's dig in here.
Calm down in the D zone. Simplify. Guys play hockey for a living? Like,
we come in, we got a scoring chance.
Oh.
And then I guess we better get back. Look at Stahl. He's like, oh, fuck's sakes. Making it look easy is kind of what's happening here.
Also,
I mean, it's a good tip.
it was tipped. I
You know,
guess.
Benny gets a tip.
But if you have one of those saves in the first, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
How about none? And he's funny to watch, Anderson. Actually.
He is kind of, it's interesting. Not so much if you're a Carolina fan. So they get to the second, and shots are 11-4. You know, you need to get back into the hockey game. So you've mustered 4 shots, 7 through 2 periods is what the
7
Carolina Hurricanes had.
It's scoring chances, not shots, right?
That's
lots,
right.
It's high quality, whatever the hell
The Canes were averaging 33.2 shots a game in the playoffs
against who?
Against the previous 2 teams.
Okay, and who are they?
Well, it's
shit. That's what they were.
3 through 20, 5 through 32, 7 through 40. Probably not enough. Crowd is chanting, shoot the puck, shoot the puck.
Off will pick it up, both teams.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Who says they don't know hockey in Raleigh?
Yeah.
Very savvy hockey crowd.
These pricks have packed it in, though.
No, listen. It's 3-0. Get a late goal. Make it 3-1. Go into the locker room, and you got a little momentum.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're
Two-goal
hoping
lead.
for.
What do they say, Dean?
Worst lead in hockey.
Oh, you know that saying. I didn't think anyone knew.
So here you go. Late in the second period, get a goal, turn the tide, get the momentum back, make it 3-1, right? That's what we're...
But it's seriously, they're in fine shape, except the loser without the guy without the stick.
There is a guy without a stick.
But teams have overcome that adversity, right? Like,
yeah,
players do lose sticks in the D zone and somehow find a way to.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Stop.
Now, am I going to take your stick?
What
Are you
in the hell is that?
Here, you give me your stick. No, I need my
a hug.
But this is my stick. Yes, but I don't have one. Well, where's yours? Well, I dropped it. Well, why'd you drop it? Well, I don't know.
Go up.
And he could have used the stick here, probably.
It would have helped, but you don't have it. It's not an obstacle that you can't overcome. How does this end up in your net? It's 5-on-5 in your own end. What? Go. Stop. This is embarrassing. Like, you can attack that guy and just play the body. Go. Stop.
Still in deep.
Still fine.
Yeah.
I'm with Rod. Freak out, Rod.
Rod, do you feel like you're playing? Do you
wasn't
feel like you're playing
it wasn't
solid
a
enough
4-game sweep. That wasn't a sweep. Well, this one.
That's 14 straight in a conference final now for this team. And there's some crazy stats for Florida, which we'll get to in a little bit. Time to go to the Insider Hotline. It is a presentation, obviously, of Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice for home comfort. Right now, it's going to be a warm weekend. Get 10% off your brand new air conditioner, 1 year of free preventative maintenance. It's air conditioner season. Jamie McLennan has 3 of them.
3.
Yep. 3 ACs. Life's good out there. Wonder how many our next guest has. Darren Dreger joins us on the Insider Hotline, TSN Hockey Insider. Jamie said his palatial estate is so big he needs 3. You need 1 for each floor. He was kind of walking us through it the other day. How many AC units have you got out there?
Just one big mofo.
Yeah.
That's what I got. That's what I got.
Size matters.
Yeah, at the Cabbage, Lake of the Prairies,
Yeah.
I've got 3, but there's a reason behind that. I mean, it's because you can't use a traditional air conditioner, so you have to go with the individual units, not the window units. These ones are like they have their own chiller units outside, and they hang on the wall, and they're nice and new and very expensive. But no, but Noodles is like that. That is a palatial estate. I've never been invited there, but what I hear, and if you guys ever want to get distracted, derailed in one of these conversations like we are right now, get Noodles to describe the lengths that he goes to secure said palace.
Oh,
Like-
he's a yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Like bear spray in every corner, baseball bats. Like
He loves to worry.
he does. You would know, yeah. He 100% loves to don't worry. He's always got something going on, man. He's hilarious.
Well, we're gonna we want to get to you because you got some work to do today. I guess there's some kind of a presser or something going on in Toronto, which we'll get to. But we were talking about the Canes and the Panthers, and to suggest that this hasn't become a mental issue or there's too much. I mean, there's just too many bodies on the ground for this not to be. Carolina has 14 straight losses in a conference final. The Panthers just have them in their back pocket right now. That was a drubbing last night.
Yeah, it was. And look, we went through it here in this 7-game series between the Leafs and the Florida Panthers. And maybe it's time we just recognize how good this Florida team is. And, the coaches, Brenda Moore, Craig Berube, hey, we didn't get to our game. We weren't able to establish our identity, the forecheck, the pace, the structure, all of that. Okay, I get it. But maybe that has more to do with Florida just pinning you in the offensive zone the way that they started that game last night. I mean, it doesn't appear, at least in the East yet, that there's a team that has an answer for what the Florida Panthers can throw at you. And Ray Ferraro and I were talking about on our podcast yesterday about how it feels like Matthew Tkachuk is about to introduce himself into the postseason. It's not like he's played bad to this point. He really hasn't. And his teammates will acknowledge that, he's one of those guys that isn't necessarily driven by ego. He doesn't look at the score sheet at the end of the night and say, yeah, you know what? I need to do more because I'm not. No, as long as the Panthers are winning and he's establishing his game, then he's fine with that. But he has a big game. That line comes up big. And who's Carolina going to answer with there? Like their top guys, I wouldn't say they look afraid. I think that's rude. I mean, you're a hockey player. You're not necessarily afraid, but
I've seen a few, Darren. I've seen a few that are.
I bet you have.
But they look underwater. They look, if not intimidated or what, but they just look unprepared or to a certain extent, they're unwilling to take that on. There's no counter punch coming anywhere.
I think you had a point to make and we interrupted, but
No.
is it two things where the Canes are a good team? Let's not take anything away, but they had an easier path to get to where they are today.
Yeah.
Than Florida did.
Correct.
And you can say all you want. And I think that's what you're alluding to was, we didn't get to play our game. You're not allowed to.
No.
We don't care if you want that. No, you're not allowed to because we're going to play our game.
Yeah. And I mean, and not every night because Bennett is consistent. Go down the list of the guys that have been consistent contributors for the Florida Panthers. But, there are a couple of guys and then it's by mass. It's, this guy will show up and he'll get a timely goal. Oh, there's another guy, like that third line for the Florida Panthers, if you want to call it that, with Marchand and Luosterainen. I mean, those guys are so often when you acquire a player at the trade deadline, it just doesn't work out. There's just not enough time left in the regular season to gel for that player to come online with the coaching staff, the head coach especially, all of those things. And I don't think it's lip service. I mean, Marchand has talked about it. Paul Maurice has talked about it. The first practice that he had with those guys on that line, he says it just felt right. They just clicked. And now you got a lethal combination of Marchand generating offense, being good defensively as a line, and then him playing the role of the pest as well or better than anyone else. And that's why like that Gostebert shooting the puck at Marchand. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're never going to beat the Florida Panthers in a game of pestability. You're not, because they're wired for that to a man. They're wired for that. So they've found a way, Florida has, to just completely discombobulate everyone with the Carolina Hurricanes. And now we'll see if Carolina has any form of response.
Billy Lindsay, an old teammate, he does the color on the radio for the Panthers.
Yeah.
I was listening to game one on the radio, and I was expecting Florida to be a little bit flat after a 7-game series against.
Yeah.
It almost seemed, I wasn't watching, but Billy was alluding to the fact that it seemed like Carolina wanted to initiate and show the Panthers that we can handle it. We're tough too, and we're going to stand up to you, and you can't bully us. And it almost dragged the Panthers into the fight. It almost woke them up a little bit. I don't know if they were going to be flat, but he was saying that it seemed like maybe they opened the door to creating the emotion for the Panthers. And I'm wondering if all the teams nowadays, because like the old Broad Street Bullies, they had a reputation, and when you had to go play them, you felt like you had to, we can protect ourselves. Is it sort of the same? And I think it's the wrong approach almost.
I agree with you, man.
Show you that we can handle your toughness.
Yeah.
Just win.
So it's funny you bring this up because Paul Maurice and I had a text exchange during the Oiler Vegas series. And I think it was the final game, the game where Edmonton clinched. And, we're just going back and forth, and he goes, and he wasn't making light of the series with the Maple Leafs because in different ways, there were some challenges. But, we in the media covering that series are talking about how nasty it was. And it was borderline mean. And this was going on. Look at that forecheck and big hit and all this stuff. He's like, this hasn't been nasty even a little bit. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, he's asking me, like, where's this narrative that this series, Toronto, Florida, is mean and ugly? Because I watched a game last night between Edmonton and Vegas, and he goes, there were battles in that game, one-on-one battles in that game. It's playoff hockey, and I was thoroughly entertained. So, I mean, it's interesting, the different interpretations. Maybe the Maple Leafs in that series did think that Florida was mean and tough and just wouldn't give an inch. And then Florida's like, no, like we haven't even got close to where we need to be yet. And Carolina's living proof now that that's how it goes if you're a Florida Panther.
I wonder how it goes. I know obviously they've not made the cup, let alone won it yet. But they're a couple steps away from their third straight cup appearance, and it's to a certain extent a kind of a copycat league. How do you try and copy what you need some. Barkov's kind of a unicorn. Like I remember. It was his draft year, and we were talking to I forget his name every time. Your old teammate, guy in the 04 team, the Finn. Took the penalty late.
Oh my! Now I'm having the pain in the ass. The Joker.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Ole
wow.
Jokinen.
Ole Jokinen.
No.
Not Ole. No. The pest.
Johnny. Jesus Christ.
Billy
Anyway,
Niemanen.
Ville Niemanen was playing with a young
Niemanen.
Sasha Barkov in Finland. And this is as he was starting to make his climb up the draft board. He's like, this guy's a man. He's 17 or 18 or whatever he was. His IQ is through the roof.
Yeah.
He is man. He is not going to wow you in an interview. He's probably not going to wow you with speed or flash, but this guy is a captain. And, you know, you hear a lot about kids, but that's the one that stuck with me for a long time because it's like, yeah, this is exactly who this guy is. So you need those guys. But I wonder how many teams, and I feel like Toronto might be one, where we've got high-end skill, but where do we find that piss and vinegar and that give a shit attitude? That we got to find that. I just wonder if there's going to be some guys that might make some money this offseason because they're heart and soul kind of guys again.
Yeah, you find it or you steal it, right? And that's what Toronto tried to do last year. You know, they sign Anthony Stolarz, they bring in Lorentz, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and now you've got Bennett and you've got Aaron Ekblad, who are unrestricted free agents this year. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Florida finds a way to keep one or both of those guys. I'm not sure how. But the one thing I do know, and rightfully so, Billy Zito has been named as a finalist for the General Manager of the Year, along with Cheveldayoff and Jim Nill. It's not shooting fish in a barrel. I know, like, Florida is a destination of choice, but not because the sun shines gloriously most of the time. It's because there's always a chance to win, and the fact that there's a state tax benefit is a pretty significant perk as well. But look at the work that Zito did. I mean, so we all watched the Chicago Blackhawks and Seth Jones flounder with Chicago, right? You know, how many of us were convinced that, okay, as soon as he was acquired by the Florida Panthers, he was going to step into that role, into that blue line, and be a flawless fit, like near perfect for them. I wasn't. I'm sitting there going, geez, you better be sure here, man, because you give up that conditional first in 26. You give up Spencer Knight, who we don't really know how good a goalie he is going to be. And you take on that mammoth contract. Granted, there was a piece of it that was retained, but still, I mean, you have to have organizational depth. Your pro scouts, they can't miss on a contract like that when you're the Florida Panthers, and they didn't. They didn't. So now the Ekblad scenario becomes less of a must if you're Zito and the Florida Panthers. And, you know, if Sam Bennett decides that he's going somewhere else, well, okay, you know, Zito's going to look at Marner. He's going to look at another available player and plug him in, and away they go next year. I mean, it's just high quality management that's compounded by the fact that they've got a fantastic coach, staff, and a winning culture there that, in my opinion, is second to none.
They've got all the pieces. They've got the team.
Got them all.
They've got the GM. They've got the location. They've got the practice facility now.
Everything.
The taxes. They've got the weather. Why are guys leaving? And even more importantly, I think this year, there were guys that left last year for money.
Right.
And had to me, I didn't live their life. It sure didn't look like it would be as fun as just staying.
Right.
If there was an option. I don't know if they were being offered the contract, but like, who went to Seattle?
Brandon Montour.
Life is not great in Seattle. Right? I'm sorry. Yes, you're making money and you got a good contract. And I'm not, but that's got to be a word of caution for those guys. So we're winning. There's beaches, the taxes,
right.
Life is damn good down here.
It is, but I wonder, tell me if I'm wrong. How much of it, okay, money is obviously going to be a factor.
Everyone's making money.
Always. And okay, I want to use Sam Bennett as Exhibit A here because this is going to be his last mega contract. Like, he's going to hit the grand slam here. So money, number one. Number two, is there a pride factor in this? You know, were you in dressing rooms where you thought you had a pretty good year, a contract year, and then all of a sudden this guy gets extended, this guy gets extended, that guy gets extended, And you're sitting there going, oh, well, wait a minute. Like now I'm fourth or fifth. And in a salary cap era, I'm like, well, I don't mind leaving a little bit of money on the table. But if I can get $9 million on the open market and I can pick my place to play, and maybe it's in another tax-friendly organization, city, maybe you do that. Maybe
Yeah,
you do that.
you're right. You have to do the deep dive if you're one of those guys and what it adds up to. And it's $10 million over the next day. Who are we to say what $10 million means to Sam Bennett? I don't know.
Right.
I'm just throwing
Yeah.
$10 million
Sure.
as a number.
Yeah.
But the other side of that, and I don't know what. Yes, there's a pride thing. For sure there is.
Yeah.
But there's also a team thing.
Yeah.
And clearly these guys love playing together. And that
Yeah.
matters.
Sure.
Right? Now
Yeah.
you have to do the decision. Rob Ray was in Buffalo, and we were in Tampa Bay, and we weren't making the playoffs. And I always say this because Rob Ray is a Buffalo Sabre. If there's
Yes.
ever a player that represents the team he played for, to me, it's Rob Ray.
Agreed.
EBY was a Detroit Red Wing, right? So anyway,
Yeah.
but Rob Ray could have stayed a Sabre for life, or he could go to Ottawa to take a run at the Cup. What do you want more of?
Mm-hmm.
Sam Bennett, do you want to come to I'm just saying it because it's on the hot topic. Do you want
Right.
to come to Toronto and try to break the curse? Do you want to carry that burden? And if you do it, do you want the accolades that will come with it? Like
Yeah.
there's challenges that players want too, right?
Sure.
So it's not easy, but I would, if I'm sitting back and I'm a player, for myself personally, and I'm looking across at the guy that I just won a cup with, and I've been through the battles with, and I absolutely
I
love,
hear you.
and it's $1 million less, and it's
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
Yeah.
that tipping point will be different for every guy.
Yes.
What's the
Yeah.
dollar where I am now
I have
going to leave
Yeah.
because I have to? This just makes too much sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and look, you know what? It was earlier this week when Maurice was asked on an off day, about what has impressed him the most. And I don't know if that's how the question was worded, but from the day he took the job as head coach of the Florida Panthers to now, and he talked about introducing himself to the players and making all the phone calls. And I think he said his first call was to Carter Verhaeghe, and Verhaeghe didn't even really want to talk about himself. He just wanted to talk about how great his teammates were and the hockey side of it. Oh, this guy's got an incredible shot. The hockey IQ from this guy is tremendous. And to a man, he got that going through that roster. Well, I think that supports what you're saying, Rhett. I really do. And that's why I'm not convinced. Darren Ferris, we kind of jokingly refer to him as the Ferris wheel. Because he always likes to, create that environment around his top free agents and always likes to march them to July 1st. And he has Sam Bennett and he has Mitch Marner. And he also just acquired Bo Byram with the Buffalo Sabres, who made an agent change, right? And he's a restricted free agent. So there's a lot going on in that agent's world. But at the end of the day, if Bo comes back and Billy Zito creates enough cap space or makes a decision that there will be cap space and it's going to come in around close, I'm with you, man. I mean, Bennett's got a pretty good world happening right there. And all of those, and I understand Sam Bennett would be perfect for Craig Berube, the way that Berube wants the Toronto Maple Leafs to play. I just don't understand why Sam Bennett would choose the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I don't either. Unless there are guys that want to, there's always conversations about, guy from Quebec would want to go play for Montreal. But then you're like, there's a ton of guys that don't. No, but there's still guys that do.
There is, but
right?
You know what?
Dougie Gilmore wanted to be a Toronto Maple Leaf. And
sure. Different era though, right?
It is a different era, but there are challenges that guys want to accept. And it is appealing to think that you can be the piece, and that I'll call it confidence instead of arrogance. Guys are confident.
Yeah.
It's just like a coach.
Yeah.
I can get this club to play better. The player goes, I'm going to help this team get over. Of course I am.
Yeah. And every top free agent talks to the coach, obviously, before he signs with that team. So there would be, I think, a pretty strong connection. I mean, I don't know what the history is between Bennett and Brad Treliving back to the Calgary days, but Sam Bennett became a real good hockey player in a hurry after he left the Calgary Flames.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how it plays out. I'm not trying to belittle the Toronto Maple Leafs
No.
in whatever role they're going to try and take in free agency. All I'm saying is, if it's not Florida for Sam Bennett, he's going to have 20 other offers in addition to Toronto. So lots of decisions to be made.
You have you have work duties coming up in about 9 minutes, so we will keep you
okay
on that.
Yeah.
But a big day in Toronto. The president, Brendan Shanahan. It's 11 years of work, and some good, some bad, like is always the case. He it would kind of maybe a little clunky, given permission to talk to the New York Islanders before he was dismissed. Oh, that doesn't bode well for his time in Toronto. But I guess just read on his departure and what you expect to hear today.
I mean, the only reason I was surprised is because, through round two, it seemed like the group was pretty happy. Well, they were very happy in the first two games of the series on home ice, and not so happy based on how things unraveled in Game 5 and Game 7 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And that may have ultimately pushed Keith Pelley and the board of Maple Leaf Sports to make the decision not to extend the contract of Brendan Shanahan. And you look at the body of the work. I mean, Shanahan's been allowed to put his fingerprints all over this organization for more than a decade. And not through lack of trying, but it just hasn't worked. I mean, Toronto obviously hasn't gotten to the place that they believe that they should be by this point, and that's contending for the Stanley Cup. It's just not there. So I think that change isn't a bad thing, but I say that, and I do want to give Shanahan some flowers, because I'm old enough to remember what it was like pre-Brendan Shanahan as head of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And man, it was chaos most days and most off seasons. And there was always levels of uncertainty at basically every layer of the organization. He cleaned a lot of that up. He brought the alumni back into the mix. I mean, there are statues honoring the great players historically the Toronto Maple Leafs outside Scotiabank. Well, that doesn't happen without Brendan Shanahan. So I don't think that Keith Pelley is going to announce that a search is underway to replace Brendan Shanahan. I think they're just simply going to absorb it internally. Maybe Pelley takes on more of the board responsibilities. That's fine. And Tree Living handles all things under the umbrella of hockey operations. So Brendan he's had a good run. He wants to work again, and I think he'll get that opportunity.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's so high profile, obviously. And I mean, what would be his biggest, you hate to dwell on it, people will point to the big money given without seemingly much fight to the big guys. Is that his his biggest failure?
I think so. But again, you have general managers and departments that manage that stuff. And I think wrongly people just assume that Shanahan had to rubber stamp everything. No, he was involved. Did he have influence? Of course. Given his resume as an executive and formerly as a player, I mean, why wouldn't you lean on Brendan Shanahan, for hockey opinion, right? It's a good question for sure. The length of contracts. Like, I remember when they initially gave Austin Matthews that short-term deal out of his entry-level contract, every manager across the league went, what the hell is going on in Toronto, and why did they do that? Because it kind of upset the apple cart. So in part that, stubbornly supportive of the core four: Marner, Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, and by extension 5, if you want to throw Morgan Riley into that mix. That is going to change. It'll change naturally with Marner being an unrestricted, Tavares being an unrestricted free agent. And maybe the planets just didn't align. I thought that Kyle Dubas did an effective job. He did. Brendan went outside the box in bringing Dubas initially in, and then ultimately he becomes general manager. This group here, and I'll still include Shanahan, Treliving, Berube, 3 like-minded hockey men for the first time ever under the leadership, the guidance of Brendan Shanahan. And I don't know how he could have got there sooner, like 5 years ago. I don't know. But I think in hindsight, I would have liked to have seen what this group is capable of beyond the core 4 era, which I think ends as of right now.
Big game 2 tonight in Dallas. A collapse. I'm not sure. looking back at that San Jose Vegas game from however many years ago when it was the power play goals and they pissed away that lead in the third.
Yeah.
That was to settle that series. But it didn't feel like I really liked Edmonton's game through 2 periods, and yeah, they got into penalty troubles, and not every night is the team going to cash in on every power play. I don't know.
Right.
I don't really know what I took from Dallas in that game. They were opportunistic, but they needed the door open for them. But it was, and they barged through it. What were your thoughts on 1 as we head into 2?
Well, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall during that second intermission in that Dallas room, because I don't know if Pete DeBoer stripped the paint off or it was just the leadership of the Dallas Stars that said, boys, we're going on the power play here to start the third period. Let's wake the hell up and get something done. Yeah. Because they marched into that final period. They established the screen. The penalty kill looked flat to me. It wasn't very mobile for the Edmonton Oilers. Heiskanen kind of drifts one in from long range that goes off the number of Stu Skinner and into the net, and the tone of that hockey game changed. So, I mean, the mindset is a pretty simple one if you're Edmonton going into game 2. Same start. I mean, they were blistering pace, right? McDavid was doing what he does other than scoring, didn't. I thought Leon Draisaitl was terrific in the first 2 periods of that hockey game. Nuge gets a power play goal, so it looks like things are clicking there. But you're right. I mean, it's pretty simple to try and clean things up on the penalty front, or the penalty kill has to be better. Either way, you can't do both. And some of the experience kind of unraveled a bit, didn't it, in that third period? Like, Corey Perry can't take that penalty. And he's sitting on the bench. Who, me? Yeah. I mean, you cross-check the guy in the face. And then, the Evander Kane penalty on Matt Duchene. Same thing. I didn't do anything. Well, we didn't see the view on Canadian TV, but the American angle showed Evander Kane's stick smacking Duchene on the left side of the face. Yeah. So, I mean, that's stuff that you can eliminate, and they feel pretty strongly if they do that they're in good shape.
Yeah, I'm happy for Dallas to win, but I'm not concerned that Edmonton can't right the ship.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
That's a pretty easy sell, I would think, in that locker room. Let's stay disciplined. 5-on-5, we're in great shape. We know our power play is going to be lethal, and it's just I fall prey to it all the time. You watch a couple games and you think, oh, I know how this is going to happen, but a round ago, Toronto was up 2-0, and this team's different. Hey, Florida's out of gas. They can't do it. Too much hockey over the last few years, and now here we are. Maybe the greatest team ever.
I mean, in defending the Dallas Stars here, like, just pop them up a little bit is more to the point. Mikko Rantanen was pretty quiet in that game, and Jason Robertson, he's not up to stride yet. Like, if he can get going, and they're going to need him to if they're going to win a Stanley Cup, then look out, because Tyler Seguin, man, he was rolling. I mean, that breakaway goal he scored was next level, and Duchene gets a goal. So now you've got other pieces contributing. It's not all about Mikko Rantanen, but the Moose is a handful out there, so let's see what he brings tonight.
Nice. All right, we'll let you get out of here and get to work. Get to real work.
Yep.
This ass grabbing that we do over here.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, pal. Darren Dreger joining us on the Insider Hotline, a presentation of Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating. Oh, there's nothing better when you almost forget, right? When you come home, it's hot, you've been outside, you kind of, oh, she's hot.
You know who likes
get inside the house. Oh, right. AC. So good.
You know who can handle heat? That guy over there.
He does run hot.
So his AC.
Yeah, he does run hot.
He's always running.
Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice for home comfort. 403-219-4100. Check them out at crystalclearcalgary.com. You want to do one of these? Take a quick one. We'll take a break.
We don't need a break.
No?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, just slide him on in. Slide him on in.
He left.
He's getting a beer.
I texted him and I said, hey, do you want to come on? Because you were talking about Rod. I thought he might have a giggle.
There we go.
And the next thing you know, he walks in.
Let's do this. Origin Brewing. Our good buddy, he's gonna have an Origin. Why wouldn't you? They're cold. They're in the fridge. It's why it's how you do it. It is. So it's not. It's the first. It's not the first annual. It's the inaugural. That's how that goes, right? That's the first one. So the first one's the inaugural, and then I think the second one is this. Does it become the second annual or just the second? And then by the third, you can do the third annual. Either way, getting caught in the
headphones. Is there cans over here?
I don't think you'll need them.
Okay.
We'll just be kind of chatting about amongst ourselves. Anyway, golf tournament. Why not?
This guy can go.
I know I can. I know I
You
can.
better play for me.
The Origin Brewing Golf Tournament, the inaugural event, we'll call it. June 18th. It's a Wednesday. It's in Strathmore at the Strathmore Golf Club. A 4-person scramble starts at 1. Gonna have a steak dinner afterwards, prizes, 18 holes, your card, all of the money raised and the proceeds going to the Sutter Benevolent Fund. They have the 6 Sutter Shooters beer, which we may see here shortly. Oddly enough. Yeah. Oh, wow.
They taste great.
That's good product placement. So they had the Sutter Fund Golf Tournament in Red Deer for a long time. I think that's maybe taken a pause. So this is not quite to that level just yet, but the money raised here will go to help out the Sutters and their continuing effort to help those in need in central and southern Alberta. So there you see it. Email Crystal at originbrewing.ca for sponsorship and donations. It sounded like they were okay in that regard. They just want people to golf. So just sign up.
Come golf.
Register at the Origin Tap Room. You'll find information on the website. It's a month away. June 18th. Not even. Again, where's May going? Where's May going? And while we're talking about Origin, we may as well talk about the 999. That's coming up as well. It's the 999. 9 innings of baseball, 9 delicious Origin beers, and 9 Bon-Ton hot dogs in one sitting. Can you do it? Are you up for it?
That's easy.
Friday, May 30, over at Greta. Our good friends at Greta are going to be our hosts. The proceeds go to Woods Homes. And we got Bon-Ton Meats supplying the hot dogs. We've got Origin supplying the beers. We got Greta with the venue, Platinum Mitsubishi, a big part of what we do with our post-game show, Afterburner. They're going to be there as well. To take part, it's $29.99. See how we're tying in the nines? It's very clever. So to take part, $29.99 gets you 9 dogs and 9 beers. If you just want to come and watch the chaos, that's $9.99. You'll get a dog and a beer for that. Either way, it's a hell of a value. And it's going to be a spectacle to behold.
You don't get to take the dogs home, Jack.
That's right. I didn't eat all of my dogs. Can I get these to go?
Put them in tinfoil.
Deadbeat. And if you do complete the 999, there will be commemorative T-shirts for all those who are victorious in this challenge. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's in there, but
yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I think Jack's grabbing a different set, so you don't have to risk an ear infection.
I gotta go wash my hands.
He's looking at
he's getting you different
he'll
ones.
get you different ones. He's looking at Pinder's headphones,
Holy
which are
Jesus.
a disaster.
This has got to be a health coach.
$9.99. Sign up.
Oh, he made me laugh. I'm having a beer.
Where do we sign up, Jack? FlamesNation.ca.
FlamesNation.ca.
Links will be there. They're in the chat. They're on our
description.
There you go.
Socials everywhere.
They are everywhere. So sign up and get after it. That is a week today. Holy smokes. Gotta keep track. No Pinder today. He's doing some golf, something or other, he said. But look at this. He does run hot.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Mike Commodore.
Nice to be here.
What a surprise.
What are you doing? I text you, and 5 minutes later, you walk in.
You know what? I got out. I was next door at the gym.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Sweating it out a little bit. And
Staring
then,
at things.
Yeah. It's just staring at the weights, not really moving.
Yeah.
And then I walked out. I was about to get on one of those birds because I do have a commitment at noon. I'll probably be a little bit late. So I was going to scooter back to the Hyatt downtown, and I saw your text. Where are you? No, you said, do you want to come on?
Yeah.
I responded, where are you? And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. I was literally right across
You're
the
right
street.
there.
So I figured I'd pop in.
Well, it's nice of you to pop in.
Now I'm
Stop and chat.
6 Sutter Shooters.
What do you?
What the hell? I'm getting an early start to this lunch. It's easier to put up with.
Is it a
people,
big
actually.
lunch? What are you going to do? Oh, is
It's
this the?
Gordie Howe Cares.
That's the Gordie Howe. Yeah,
Yeah,
Barney texted
right.
me yesterday.
Oh boy, what
It'll
about
be-
4 a.m?
No, like after the show, he said, if you want to come have a beer, I'm in town. And I ignored
Oh
him.
yeah, he is in town. I was with Matthew Barnaby.
Where, yeah?
Oh boy, I'll
Did it-
tell you what, that guy. I've said it a few times on stage or whatever. If there's one team I could have played for, I think, as far as fun factor goes, I wish I was on the Buffalo Sabres in the mid-90s. I mean, this Matthew Barnaby is a great guy. I mean, he just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
He comes in here with a purpose.
That's
He
what I've
loves
heard.
this tournament. He loves Calgary.
Brad May and Razor as well. And the
those
boogeyman
three.
was hanging around a little bit. and-
Yeah. You guys were talking about the Sabres a little earlier, huh? You going to get it together? You still? No. Okay.
Oh, it's
Did you see that one about the Sabres have more playoff round victories than the Leafs in the last
since the
20?
lockout?
4-2, right?
Yeah.
And 3 of them were in 06.
Yeah.
Against,
No,
they
2 of
lost to
them, 2
you
of them.
guys. Brian Campbell shoots it over the glass.
That's right. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that. You know what else was a crazy stat that I had no idea? The last time the Carolina Hurricanes won a conference final game, I opened
You were
up
there.
the scoring. Game 7 against Buffalo. I'm like, wait. I'm like, and what? And
14 now.
0-14. Swept by the Pens, swept by the Bruins, swept by the Panthers, and we're off to
We're
a
off to a
great
hell of a start again.
I mean,
Well, do you want another one?
Can you get Rod's picture up on for us, Jack? Because
Oh.
this is
Yeah, we were talking about poor Rod,
Rod's rattle.
who no one works harder than Rod. So to
Rod's
watch
the
what's
man.
happening, the turnovers and scurrying away from contact and how to
Rod, look, I love Rod. Rod and I have kept in touch over the years. I have the utmost respect for Rod. Rod calls me meatball. He thinks I'm an idiot, but he always responds to my texts. Rod is not happy in that picture.
Rod is ready.
We don't-
Rod is ready
Because you
to
have your-
blow the doors off.
yeah, because you have your ears on. We'll run this. We can call it the
Okay.
Pinder report or whatever.
Let me hear this.
So it's as a coach, you always want to, hey, always on the lighter side, guys. Nothing to see here.
Yep.
This is the tale of two Rod the Bods from last night, pregame and then post.
Oh boy.
Because of the opponent, because of you played him 2 years ago and how that series played out, naturally there's the questions of scoring enough. Do you get any sense from your players that they're feeling that at all?
Well, I think you should. I mean, and that's the reality of it. You know, we got to find a way to get some goals by this guy, and you know, we can all talk about, you got to get more traffic. Everybody's trying, and they got a good team for a reason. They know they clear the net, and they don't allow us getting those second and third opportunities that they'll probably have success. So there's that battle going on. Trust me, it's at the net, and we'll continue to do it.
We got to just figure out how to win a period. I think I think we came out with the right intentions, but it was trying to do too much. And then we're not doing the things that we do as a team that normally helps us. I didn't know what I was watching in the first period. And that didn't go well. We're not going to beat this team if we're not on the same page. And tonight, for whatever reason, I think, like I said, the intentions were good. Everyone's trying, okay, I'm going to do this, but it's not how we do it.
Oh boy.
We gotta
See how
start-
big his eyes are?
Yes.
I mean,
I'm trying to control
look at
my
him.
anger.
He wants to just stand up and just rip his shirt off.
Do we have that?
Oh,
The shot
boy.
of it was after the first goal, right? Where they quickly shot to the bench. I think we showed that one first. So it's hey boys, we're gonna do all the right things. Let's go get a good start. Don't worry about the.
We got
Oh boy, he's not happy. They got a good team in Carolina, but they're getting Florida's good.
Florida's good.
I mean, Florida's a great team.
That's
You got
part
to
of
give
the
them
problem.
credit.
Yeah.
I mean, there are no shitty teams in the conference finals, but from the little, I didn't see I saw a little bit last night, but I was kind of in one here. But they've been getting pushed around.
Yeah, and I saw some people like on Twitter or whatever. It's like, boy, to think the Leafs could have been 2 wins away. Talking about how bad Carolina's been. It's like, well, Florida's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
Florida's a good team. They look great. I heard you guys talking earlier about tired, and I mean they've played a lot of hockey, but they look just fine.
They don't look distracted
No.
at all, do they? No.
They don't look tired.
Nope.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, Ekblad took 20-some games off.
That's a good
shock
way to
to-
get it. Hey, you need a few games on.
yeah, just
You know what?
take some
Hey,
horse
What?
tranquilizer.
hey, somebody.
Wasn't
I got
me.
some bad advice. Oh, really? What was that? Winstrol? That's illegal.
Yeah. Just take this. Really? Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's
yeah, no
bad
problem.
advice. That's
Was he taking Ultimate Orange? Wasn't there
I
that stuff back in the day?
remember
Remember that?
that? I didn't do it much. I did it once. I thought, okay, this is going to help me in testing.
Yeah.
I nearly died.
Oh,
Like
heart rate
my
through
heart
the
rate
roof.
could not come down. It was at 200 beats a minute
Oh,
for an hour.
you
I'm
just
like,
left
this is
whatever
no
though,
good.
just fired up. But yeah, the crash was terrible.
Yeah. Dean, you
Well, I
can-
wanted to include you because you were talking about the last time that the Hurricanes won a game in the
I'll
conference
tell you all
final.
about it. I was unreal that series.
Tell us about it.
I had a great series. I've scored 2 playoff goals. Went to the finals twice. I was lucky enough. Got swept twice. I was either all in to Game 7 of the finals or out in 4.
Yeah.
It was one of the two.
Hard
One of
ache.
the two. 50-50. We're either out of here in 4 or we're going right to the end.
Let's do it. That's the way to do it.
Yep, that's right. I scored, I think I ended up playing like 50 games or so, something like that in my playoff career. Scored 2 goals. They were both against the Sabres in the conference finals. One was shorthanded.
Oh,
Tip in, believe it
in
or not.
front.
Oh, I was like high slot. I went for it. We were down by 2, I think. It was like 5 minutes left in the game. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for a skate. So I went for a skate, did a hot lap, and it just happened. I own Ryan Miller. I was kind of skating back out through the slot towards the blue line. Brett Hedican shot the puck. And I remember I'm like, oh, perfect. Ding. Tipped it in. 3-2. We lost the game, though. It didn't matter. But Game 7, I managed to open up the scoring. I'd like to sit here and tell you I just hammered it right underneath the bar. I did not. I tried to get the puck in the air on a one-timer from Doug Waite. I fanned on it. I got some wood on it, but it was right along the ice. It hit at least 2 things and bounced in the side door.
Yeah, and if
Brian
they had
Campbell
better,
skate, I think.
if they had better cameras, you wouldn't have got the goal. It touched somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, I really only scored 1 playoff goal, and it didn't mean shit.
Oh, we're tied.
So the last time the Canes won in the conference final, again, it's not that in the conference final is when they advanced to the cup.
Yep.
For the Panthers, they have gone 14 straight conference final games without losing in regulation. They are 12-2. Both of the losses coming in overtime. Their last regulation time loss in a conference final, May 28th, 1996, Game 5 against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, boy. I think I know somebody who was
They
there.
then went on to win the next 2 to advance to the Cup final versus Colorado.
We shut that Lemieux guy down.
Yeah.
They had a couple key pieces.
Uh-huh.
You could just shut him down.
Just shut him
It
down.
was over. It was an easy game. Yeah.
I had an assist in that game. I passed it to,
Like tape the tape.
actually,
Or,
no, actually.
oh, yeah, no.
I think I did get an assist, but
Oh.
Rob Niedermeyer passed me the puck,
Okay.
and the coaches literally gave him shit for like, don't just shoot.
Don't give him the
Just
puck.
Well, you were
I don't
just
care
because
if
you were
he's
young.
Wide open. Just shoot
I
the
was.
thing.
You were very young.
I had the one
Oh,
T
yeah.
clapper all set up.
I'm ready.
One time, yeah. Just whiffed it. It wasn't even near the net. And then I went to the bench, and the coaches were giving Niedermeyer, what the fuck? Just shoot it.
Well, I was wondering if did you get any feedback when you're in front of the net tipping in a Hedican point shot? Was there any? Yeah, Mike, that's great. But if you could just fucking stay
One
back
and done, Mike. Let's
could
not
just-
try.
Yeah. There was a little feedback with the game. I'd like to say it was like a meaningful goal. It was not. I think it was like game. I can't remember. We lost that one at home. It was a great series.
I
against
sent it
Buffalo.
to you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I swear to you, it was a great tip. I'm going to tell you. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I should have been a 4, but I couldn't skate. So
Well, it was a 3-on-5
yeah.
shorthanded goal.
Well, yeah, watch me. I go for a loop.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I go for a loop.
You
Yeah.
sure do.
Oh, the building went bananas. And I just pointed up like this, like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. That's why they brought me in.
That's right. Making league minimum after they rolled me back under it. What a deal the Hurricanes got.
Pointing at
for me.
Eric Cole and
Didn't pay
Dougie
me
Wade.
Shit.
This shit ain't hard.
It's easy.
Just go to the net, boys. Just get a stick on it.
That's right. That's right. But the Canes are in trouble. Obviously.
Yeah,
they're in trouble. The only time I think I've seen Rod more rattled, player included. I never saw him really rattled as a player. He didn't say anything or very, very little.
Focused.
Very focused. The only other time was when they got swept the last time. That after when he got in front of the media and he was agitated. I think his quote was like, well, that wasn't a sweep.
Yeah, it wasn't a
And
sweep.
he's bouncing around and I'm like, well, I would never tell him this. But I'm like, well, hey, newsflash, Rob.
Yeah. I saw somebody actually.
When one team wins 4 and you win 0, I'm pretty sure that's a sweep. But the games were tight. I understand what he was saying, but he was agitated.
I saw somebody tweet last night. It's like, I can't wait for post game for Rod to talk about how they're not down 2-0, and for Maurice to tell everybody how close to just a small margins of error.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is a shit pumping, and you're definitely down 0-2.
Yeah, that is 0-2 with an exclamation mark for sure. But you never know. You never know. It's not over, but things have to turn around for my Canes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look great. But hey,
It does not look great.
It does not look great, but it's not over. Hey, the Leafs were up 2-0 last round.
That's what I was saying. They were up 2-0 and then up in that hockey game in game 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Leafs are different this time. This time it's going to be different.
I mean, I'm not a Leafs fan. I could care less, but you have to talk about them, and it is an interesting story. Their whole history and everything like that. They got up 2-0. We did a little podcast on mine, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, well, yeah, I'll take Toronto. They're up 2. And then they got pumped in game 5. And I'm like, okay, you know what? This isn't the end of the world. Usually when a team gets just completely dominated, they're going to show up the next game. And they did. They played good in game 6. And I'm like, all right, game 7 at home, let's go. And that was, I was sitting at Moxie's down in Scottsdale, hammering drinks. And 10 minutes into the first period, I was sitting there and I had some Leafs and Panthers fans behind me. I turned around to a couple of Leafs guys. I'm like, have you guys had the puck yet? I don't think you've touched it once. And if you have, it's a turnover and it's right back in your end.
Yeah.
And that was they get through the first period 0-0, which was a major win. They had got it going a little bit. And then I said it online. I'm like, that is the definition. You come out in the second period, and just squat at center ice right on the Leafs logo and lay an egg.
You didn't
What's wrong with that squad? Because they won game 6 and you're almost like, okay, finally. And Matthews kind of got a bounce to score that one goal. You're like, okay, the monkey's off the back and this can't continue. They do care, don't they? And then it's like, I think going to game 7. You're on the road in game 7. What's the coach and the team saying? Weather the storm.
Yeah.
They're going to come out, fire,
where's the
guns
storm?
blazing.
The storm.
There was no hurricane. There was no weather forecast. There was no downpour.
The weatherman was wrong.
Yes.
There was nothing. I mean, everybody cares. Everybody wants to win. That's everybody wants to. But are you going to do
what it takes?
What it takes. I mean, everybody wants to win.
Can you elevate your game to actually compete in it?
Yeah.
It is crazy because I was listening to Kachuk. He was on with the Spit and Chicklets guys, and he was talking about we knew there was going to be a ton of pressure for them coming into a game 7.
Sure.
It's like, shit, don't you want game 7 at home? That's what you play all season for.
Yes.
Are we doing this the wrong way?
At the beginning of the year, if you would have told anybody, hey, look, you're going to be in game 7 at home to go to the conference finals, would you take it? Yeah, of course you would take it. And
you wouldn't lay an egg at center on the Leaf logo.
I mean, it's one thing to lose.
Yes.
Yeah, losing happens. Losing sucks.
Yes,
but losing
you can get
happen.
a bad bounce.
But at least go out.
Try.
Swinging. Trying.
Throw a couple. Yes. Okay. Just quickly, what the fuck is with the guys leaving their gloves on?
That I don't understand.
We saw 2 and 2 nights. Goss to spare with Marchand.
You see it all the time nowadays. Even the Wilson and into the box in Montreal, they still kind of had their
it should be the first thing off.
Yes, I'm going to protect myself.
I mean, if you're going to, 100%.
How am I going to do that?
It's not two hands on your stick and you're going to cross check. I mean, if you're not using your stick as a weapon, if that's not going to be a weapon, your gloves should be off.
Yes.
What are you doing punching? What is this? Like
Adam
a Hockey?
Fucking basketball player.
Well, they're probably saying, I can't get a fighting major if I didn't take my gloves off. How are you giving me 5?
You could get Scheifele.
When Ghost or Gothenburg or whatever, the game's over. That was not, when I saw that for the Canes, I'm like, Jesus. I mean, this is not a good look.
That is not a good look.
And nobody, look, I know the game's changed, and I wasn't the toughest guy in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but the gloves stay on. I mean, Marchand's throwing punches. Like, what are you doing? Like,
you can't protect yourself.
100%. That bare minimum, protect yourself. And then nothing really happened after that. And for me, I was just like, man. And it's not like yeah, like I don't want to sound like the old asshole, and I mean, I wasn't perfect either, or whatever. But it's like, look, there's nobody on the other team that's gonna like murder you.
No, you
know
could
what I
fight
mean?
all of them, and you're not going to get hurt.
Joey Kosher ain't on the other.
Yeah, it's
Kelly Chase is
Tony
isn't
Twist scared me. I
Twist.
pissed my
Right.
pants. He came after me. I'm like, oh God.
Tony Twist. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense, but it's like, yeah, games change, but not that much. The response, Gothless, or whatever, however you say his last name, yeah. Ghost, I'll just call him that. I don't know the guy, never met him, but that was a bad look. And then nobody really like runs somebody, or I don't know.
It's the same in junior.
Or just don't do shit and then get pounded the next game 5 cob. Whatever you want.
Yeah, there's your response. I'll show you know what? I'll get you next game. I'll show you. Oh, damn.
Yeah, darn.
Yeah.
Son of-
So you didn't go to Houston's in Scottsdale?
I have been to Houston.
I
have. Yeah, I have. It's a great
Just
spot.
say, be careful. I've heard things.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I saw the videos. I talked to Biz. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what's going on there, and I don't want to talk too much. I'm boys with Biz.
Yeah, you shouldn't say too much.
No, I won't. But it's
Well,
Did you guys see the video of those guys before?
I saw
Of them-
videos, but I don't know which one you'd be. I was
So the thing
inside
with Biz,
Houston's.
well, inside Houston's, but then before that. So these guys, from what it looked like, came into Scottsdale on a heater.
Yeah.
Come out of Texas. We're going to go. So earlier that day, they were at a golf course in Scottsdale, and there's video. You can find it online.
Oh, yeah.
The sucker and the manager in the clubhouse. I think the one guy smoked one of the waitresses.
Yeah, there was a waitress.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Out
swear to
the golf
God.
club.
Yeah, there's video of this. And so I don't know what Biz is doing. It to me, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but these guys are assholes.
Well, chicklets,
Classy individuals.
They were calling the 6-1 Leaf losses the Irish Travelers. They went Irish Travelers on the Leafs 6-on-1.
6 on. You know what? Biz ended up. I heard about it not that night, but the next morning before it all came out. I messaged Biz. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What Houston's? What is going on? I go, are you okay? He's like, yeah, man, I'm okay. I go, what happened? He's like, dude, it was like 6 or 7 guys. I'm like, you were by yourself? Like nobody. He goes, I was on my own. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I had to get 3 stitches, but he goes, my head hurts a little bit, but overall, my head's hurt before.
We've had
you're gonna be
worse.
fine. Yeah. But yeah, that was.
I've done it with professionals. These guys were numbers. Yeah.
Right into the CVS parking lot right next door. And
That's
then Biz,
right.
and I'm not faulting it for when it's 6 on. I mean, that one
I'm
guy.
going in.
Oh, he's running through this. I mean, 6-on-1.
It's a tough win.
That's a
How
tough.
that the Canes felt last night. We're overmatched
Yeah,
here.
you-
We can't.
You better make them count when you get a chance.
So would this be, because would this be the last playoff goal that you scored, this tip?
No. I scored a bunch. I scored 1 more.
Okay, one more.
Yeah, so 1 was the tip.
Shouldn't have counted.
2 was game 7 to open it up to get the
Right.
fans going.
Okay, well, but this is the finesse.
That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
In game
Are
7.
you guys
This
gonna-
is
I
bad.
would-
I didn't think we were going to have a hard time
What's
going
what
through
is
the
going on?
Commodore
This guy
goal
stinks.
catalog that we'd get lost in there. There's just too many of them to
Oh,
remember.
you're down the
They're
rabbit
all
hole.
unreal.
They're cycling through.
We can watch them all. We'll be done in about 30
Yeah,
seconds.
one more beer. Let's go.
Meanwhile, it's
The reel will be over by the time I finish this
Yeah.
6-setter shooter.
you're on a 5-on-3. Hedeken makes a nice shot block, and now Commodore. It's like, fuck, Commie, we're down 5-on-3. Where are you going? Just dump it in and get it changed.
No, down
Backdoor.
the ice. I should have played in Buffalo. That's one of my regrets, actually.
Not many
Believe it or
guys say
not.
that.
Why?
I loved playing there
It,
as a visitor.
oh,
I enjoyed it there.
yeah. Well, you've got fond memories.
Yeah, but even like when we would lose and going in there in the regular season, I always had a great time in Buffalo. Chippewa Street was
Chip
great.
walk and get hopping.
They can
Stay
get
up late there. Ooh,
Late,
4
5
a.m. and then
5.
the guys.
5 a.m.
Oh,
it was
they
dangerous.
just keep them open.
Oh,
Keep
they
'em.
don't care. But good people.
Little Richie, Jumbo, no good. It's hard in my career, Mike. I don't think you should play there.
Maybe you're right, actually. Yeah.
Jesus, no.
Would have been there, would have ended quicker than it did, anyways. Gonzo.
Now I need to.
It's
I'm
funny.
on a
It's
mission
those
to find
guys,
these goals.
the bartenders that I hung out with in Buffalo. Now one of their kids is coming to play for the Okotoks Oilers.
One of the bartender's kids from
Yes,
Buffalo
yes.
coming up here?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Small world.
You must have put a clinic on there.
It was hard. And you know what it's like traveling out east. You can be home. Like, oh yeah, we're in Long Island. Well, we're home at midnight.
Yeah. You got 5 hours
Yeah,
at the
like,
bar. Well,
sorry.
They don't close, but
Bad news.
yeah.
I love looking at the Commodore stuff online. So much of it is not hockey related.
No, Jesus, no.
I didn't know he spoke English. Goes off on Mike Babcock.
I pump the brakes on that.
You have a lot of your influence is deep in the hockey world, my friend.
You
And
know,
so what's the schedule this weekend?
Well, I'm already off kilter here.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Lunch starts in 33 minutes.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
So we got a luncheon. I got a scooter back to the Hyatt, so that's going to take a few minutes. And then I'm going to go over to Local on 8th. My high school friend of mine from high school runs the place, so I'm going to have a couple there.
Good fish tacos.
Really? Okay. I might indulge. Usually I just have beers or
I'm not telling
tequila.
you have to eat.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, one taco. Why not? Then there's a alumni major sponsor thing. Whiskey tasting.
Yeah.
And then the draft is tonight at the rooftop. And then the next 2 days are hockey at the Flames Community Center.
It's at Flames Community now. It used to be out at Winsport.
Yeah, a few years ago. They've been out there. Winsport, I think, was charging an arm and a leg. So
wow, it's a little harder to get to as well.
Way harder to get to. Yeah, this is right
Not as
here.
central.
Yeah, so it's basically going to be, it's
Well, if you need a
Matthew
place to
Barnaby.
pass out, you could literally walk from Flames Community to this.
Yeah, it's
place.
super
We
cool.
have
Yeah,
key
that,
in the alarm.
that
We're
couch
good.
was comfortable when I was sitting.
Wow, you
waiting
gotta have
for
a
you guys
maybe
to-
we'll get you a pillow or
Yeah,
two.
Jack's
lots of
passed out on
beers.
the corner.
I don't even need a pillow.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that pillow.
Yeah, between
got
Pinder and
these
Jack, that
cooler of
coach gets a
beers.
workout.
Just hammer these Sutter beers.
Shoot some
Very-
live. We'll walk in. There'll be recorded video of Commie and some
Yeah.
idiot.
He was live streaming in here, watching the Oiler game.
Hey guys, welcome
I
back.
didn't know he was that tech savvy.
Yeah.
Flames Nation's going through a change around here. We got a new host.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the Flames anymore. We're going to rip on Babs.
So have you've stopped that? That's over?
I've stopped that. Yeah. I try to
What about
avoid it. It
Arneal?
comes.
Is he part of the?
Arneal is,
Because Scotty coached me in Buffalo.
he's a scumbag. Did you like him?
Oh, wait, I don't want to start with. I didn't mind him. I was a good
Well, he was
player.
an assistant coach.
I was a good
Yeah,
player.
assistant coach. I tell you what, that guy got in a. I don't want to go down. I
Don't.
made a mistake last year when he got hired. I immediately went to Twitter and I like the Jets team. I picked them to win a couple of years ago. I think they have a good team. I was a little selfish. I kind of went on a little tangent, but I did pump the brakes. Next thing I know, we got the reporters in Winnipeg being like, "Hey, we want more," because I was
Want some dirt on
kinda
this
right
guy?
on
Why
Babs.
they
They're
just
like-
hired him? We don't. Was this? Yeah.
Right. So and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do this again. That was 7 long years. It all worked out, but it's not going to work out every time. I do hate the guy. I think he's an arrogant scumbag. But so then, sure enough,
First
I run
time.
my mouth and I'm getting it all year. From game 1, the Jets were unreal.
Yes,
They
I
opened
was
the
just
year
gonna
with,
say-
didn't they
yeah.
win like 15 in a row or
Yes,
something?
like out of the first 20
So I'm
games, they had a
like,
couple.
oh.
Yeah.
So I just shut my mouth the entire year. I will say selfishly, I did have a couple of tweets loaded up game 7 against St. Louis.
Oh,
I
cheap
mean,
shots.
that game looked great from my perspective
Mhm.
for the entire time until the last.
The hockey
2
gods
seconds.
came out. And
They
just-
did.
What happened? What?
They tied it up. I deleted the I didn't send them. I had them all loaded up. I'm like, that's it. And I didn't even watch overtime. I'm like, they're winning this game. I'm going to bed. I literally was asleep 2 minutes
I
later.
was okay with Adam Lowry scoring. He's
Oh, hey, like I said, I have a soft spot for Winnipeg. Went through there all the time when I was on my way to University of North Dakota. I like their team. I think
you
Lowry's
gonna
awesome.
pull it, no, Dak?
I mean, it depends what you want. It depends. There's a lot of changes at the University of North Dakota these days. I know you guys don't keep up with that. But
I do. I'm really high. On top.
Oh yeah, Rhett's all over.
you want to coach?
I'd love
Yeah.
to get me the fuck out of here. I'd really.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get you out of here and send you to Grand Forks, North
Take me
Dakota.
with
How
you.
does that sound?
Don't get it.
You think it's cold
I'm
here?
from Frontier, Saskatchewan. I don't
Wow.
think Grand Forks is anything to be scared of.
It's not nothing to be scared of, but it's definitely not warm warmer. Sorry.
No, it's not. I did that 2 years in a row. I was upgrading life in Buffalo.
Yeah, you've made some interesting choices.
So you're moving, are you?
Yeah.
Where? Buffalo.
Buffalo. Oh, all right.
Huh.
Where are you living now? Are you back
Well,
here?
I kept the house. Yeah, we never sold.
I never know where you're at.
But it can
listen,
change.
People
you
ask,
know where
and-
I'm at.
Well,
You and I are just,
yeah.
Like,
Where's Rhett? I'm like, well, I think he's in Buffalo.
do you have a residence in Calgary?
No,
Okay.
I sold everything during COVID. My big plan was I had a place in
Here's some
Scottsdale, a place
financial
in Calgary.
advice for everybody.
Yeah, you guys want here. Last name's Madoff. I'll give you some real good financial advice. I'm like, hey, seems like a good time to sell.
Oh,
A place right down the street here. I kind of got like what I paid for it back, and it wasn't a great layout. I'm like, unload it, unload Scottsdale. And when I unloaded Scottsdale, I mean, I literally packed a bag, my personal stuff. I probably had 3 bags, clothes, maybe a picture, and I left. I left the forks, I left the knives, I left all the. I literally just walked out. It felt so good, thinking I'm gonna. Hey, yeah, I'll get something on the cheap here. Jesus,
but I know I
I'm
called
still-
our buddy Kobasu, and he's like, "Nah, let's wait for the market to calm down."
Calm down.
You idiot.
it's exploding,
stop.
building everywhere. So for the last 4 or 5 years now, and now it's 2025. There's been 4 years minimum. I've basically been renting furnished places and basically living out of my truck.
Till they kick you out and go on to the next one.
Yeah, just move around.
Sure.
That's what I've been doing. It's not not the plan. I think about it a lot. I mean, I'm closer to 50 than I am 40.
You know what?
And I literally don't have a home.
Just AI. They'll figure it out for you.
AI?
Yeah, just
Oh.
get an AI app.
We should
and
just put
say,
a
"What
T-shirt
did
on
my
Red
com-"
that just says, just get it. Just use AI. That's
That's
kind
true.
of.
AI. Well, AI is going to make better decisions than you or I on.
That's fair.
You put us up against AI. I know who I'm betting on.
Yeah, that AI is, I don't know anything about it, but I know you can click the grok thing or whatever.
Mhm.
It is pretty intelligent, I will say that. Yeah, it's way smarter than us.
It's even in the name.
We're,
What is?
AI, artificial.
Oh, yeah.
Tell
In-
Oh, that's what it
Insemination,
stands
yeah.
for?
but would you say you have regrets then?
In life in general, yeah.
Do you really? No.
No, we don't have time.
You've
for
had
that.
No, not many.
It's been an unbelievable run.
It had, yeah, I've had a lot of fun. There's no, I mean, I made this. I definitely have a couple of regrets. Nothing major, though. Nothing major. But it is about time that,
No, it's not. Just live
yeah.
your life. Quit. You always. This is Kami. He has to decide
you're
that
right.
he's living.
I'm just
the
going to
way
keep
he
doing
shouldn't
them.
be.
That's right.
And society has said by now you should have this and that, be doing this.
Oh, that ship sailed.
Fuck that.
Gonzo.
Just
yeah, you're right.
enjoy things. Live.
God, I
And
got a
then you'll
great,
die
great,
anyway.
I got a great
Like so,
golf trip
AI
coming up.
might keep you alive a long time.
You got a golf trip coming up?
Yeah, Cypress Point. You guys heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Oh, next to Augusta.
Are you playing good?
Uh,
Because I thought over the last couple of years, there's
yeah.
been some peaks and valleys.
oh yeah, lots of valleys, but it's
I heard
starting to
you were
peak again.
shit last year.
Shit. Chipping yips. Dog shit.
Really?
Yeah. And I used to, well, until you guys saw that goal of mine, you probably didn't think I had good hands.
No, but now
I had
yeah.
soft hands around the greens. I went to Bandon Dunes like 4 years ago with a 60-degree wedge left with the yips. And it's been a long run, but it's coming back. Now I'm
Oh.
hitting a nice cut. I got the toe of my driver loaded up with lead tape.
Oh,
Because when I start
that
going
legal?
left, it's a problem.
is that legal?
It is
Lead
in my
tape.
games.
McElroy getting shit the other day.
Yeah, that's true. My driver might not be PGA conforming.
Mhm.
But I
You're
don't
not in the
give a shit.
PGA, so
That's right.
who cares? Can you play hockey anymore? Like you're playing this weekend? Can you get down there and score short-handed, or you
Oh no.
No? you staying?
I'm staying back. I'm staying back. I'm gonna get a nice sweat. I'm gonna get a nice sweat doing what's this?
That's a
Just
dab,
to tell, I
dab.
see your crack.
Oh yeah.
You got
I
a
got towel
beat going
here,
there.
too. I know. I'm always sweating. I
He
got a
does.
big day. I'm a little bit nervous. I got to hang out with Matthew Barnaby all day.
Yeah.
Who
Scott
else is in
Gomez.
town for the event? Do you know?
Yeah, off the top of my head, who I seen. So on stage this for lunch, we got Jeremy Roenick, Mark Recchi, and Mike Keenan. So I met Mike Keenan for the first time last night at the Wednesday room, and it was dark in there, and he looks different, and he doesn't have any hair
does,
anymore. And I'd never met him before. And so there was a table, like 12 guys, and there were some sponsors there and everything. And Wayne McBean's here as well. And he's like, oh, hey, meet Mike. So I'm like, hey, Mike. I go, what's your name? I thought he was a sponsor. And I didn't realize for like 5 to 10 minutes because he looked at me weird. He goes, yeah, it's Mike too. And I go, yeah, nice to meet you, Mike. And then I go grab a drink and I go sit down. And then somebody said, yeah, because they were talking about Keenan. And I'm like,
slowly
starts.
starts.
So I kind of look and I'm like, oh shit, that is Mike Keenan. I thought he was like
hey,
a car
what a coincidence.
dealer. Yeah.
I'm Mike too.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Yeah,
Mike.
nice to meet you.
Hey.
I was about to start asking what dealerships he owned. But it was Mike
I
Keenan.
need a ride. You got
Yeah.
anything on the lot?
I had no clue. But he's on stage. We got Matthew Barnaby here. Brian McGrattan's here.
Oh,
Pierre
there.
Turgeon's here. I've seen him. Scott Gomez is here.
That's odd that you bring up. Well, two things. Turgeon, because we showed his clip the other day. Was it with Noodles? Yeah, it was with Noodles because Noodles was on the Islanders team when Hunter absolutely steamrolled him after the goal. It just took him out, just plastered him.
I remember that.
Absolutely crushed him.
Yeah.
Gomez was in the running for the Chicago Steel job. I don't know.
Oh, was he?
I think
I know he was
name in
coaching
the
in
hat.
Surrey for the last 2 years, and he told me he had a job interview at 9 a.m. this morning. I'd love to know how that went because I know where he was at 3. I would have loved to just.
Yeah, let's not have it on Zoom. Let's just.
Yeah.
No
I can't get this
video.
camera to work.
No video.
Sorry, guys. I guess we'll just have to just do it.
Technical difficulties. But yeah, so there's a bunch of guys, a bunch others too.
I didn't get invited. Huh.
They don't invite you no more?
No, because I've said no enough.
I was going to say, but just show
I'm
up.
playing hockey is
They'd
terrible.
be happy to have you. They'd love it if you show up.
Oh, I'd love to be there too.
Well, I'm sure you would.
Do you know Mike Keenan?
I do.
Well,
I used to hate Keenan. He fucking ended me, but
that was the I'd never met him, like I said, and then there's a bunch of guys. Matt Cook's here, another one.
Well,
and
nice to have him around.
You know what? That was my first time meeting him. He's
Good
a
dude.
good dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, I was dying laughing, and he is not shy to get after it.
Well, then
He was a good dude. I liked him.
Lots in common.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be a good day. It should be.
How many of the old Flame alumni are around? Lots. Like, would half the event be Flames alumni?
No. Off the top of my head, I would say this year. I mean, people are busy, obviously, but I want to say McGrattan.
And I don't even consider. Well, I mean, he is obviously Flames alumni. I'm talking about guys that live local almost. Like, is Reg playing or Stagen?
Reg is out of
Glenncroft?
town. Oh, Stagen might be. I think his name was on the list.
He'll
but
bring
yeah,
personality to the event.
I
can
Stagen.
take cheap shots at Stagen. Can't I?
I don't agree
He's
with
off
that,
limits.
Stage. If you're watching
He's off
this,
limits.
I don't agree with that. Rhett's an asshole. No, not a ton of the old boys, but
Well,
people
that's
are
because they're really old now. Like the '89 team used to strut around town like they're this, that, and a bag of pucks. Now they're really old, and it's not as cool to be.
I think it's way cooler now to be the 04 team.
No, it's not cool either.
No, you're right.
Losers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, now my day's killed. I might as well-
No, hey,
I think you'll be fine.
Oh, it'll be fine today. It's going to be a great day.
Mark Recchi, former teammate of yours from
Mhm.
the team.
Yep, Mark Recchi. Great dude.
Those old guys are all good, aren't they? Like, who
Great.
that played in the '80s and '90s was a dick.
Nobody
I don't
I
know.
know.
You weren't
Nobody that I
allowed to
met.
be.
No.
They
No.
beat you up,
That's
literally.
right. They would literally beat
We don't
the
like you.
shit
We're
out
gonna
of you.
beat you up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna beat you up actually before you make the team. I'm gonna do it in training camp, even though we're on the same. I don't care. You're a dick. We don't want you around.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, you're not going to be a dick if you want to keep your teeth.
Yeah.
Or keep your face configuration. That was a different game back then, from what I can see. But
Well, do we got to let you go?
wow, I'm being
Well,
totally
don't bring-
honest. I probably should have got on the scooter 40 minutes ago.
I hope you can find a good scooter. There's, in case you haven't noticed, there's a fair bit of construction in the area.
I know there's lots going on. I know.
It's faster to scooter than drive for sure.
But Pinder will tell you if you're coming from the east, there's nothing going on. It's like there's nothing happening.
This whole place is, they're trying to turn this into like the Stephen Ave of Marteloup.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what's going on.
It's only taken 3 years and they haven't really gotten anywhere.
They aren't even close. It's going to take 5 more years at least.
You've been to New York, obviously.
Yeah.
And so in New York City, they could put up a skyscraper and not affect traffic at all. But
Marteloup's
sidewalks.
different.
Sidewalks. Get you. It'll get you.
It'll get you. Yeah. There's a lot of changes going on around here.
Well, you should have one more beer. Well, I'll finish up the.
Are we
business
still
here.
on the Pinder
Okay.
report?
Well, I haven't
Where the
started
hell
yet.
is Pinder? Where is he?
Golfing
We
or
haven't
something?
started the Pinder report?
No.
Oh my God.
Pinder report brought to you by Village.
Yeah, I want to
Honda.
hear this Pinder report.
Yeah, it's
Where's he
really
playing
good
golf?
today.
Do you have any idea?
I
Oh,
really-
yes. So the other day, do you want to do the read?
I was just going to
Let's
say, I
do that,
really
yeah,
put my
sorry.
heart into it. Village Honda, they want to buy your pre-owned vehicle. So if you're like Commodore and you're just
I got
selling everything.
Yeah.
That's right. Talk to them at Village Honda. If you get a deal done, payment in 24 hours.
Good. I need
Just
cash.
like that. VillageHonda.com.
Okay.
Presents the
So
Pinder
the
report.
other day, Pinder comes in and he's mad because he went to the golf simulator and he said, "Well, these things aren't real."
With the golf simulator?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Okay.
"Well, no, you're hitting into
Hitting
a
into the screen off the turf. What was he
Well, it's not
expecting?
realistic. I shot 84 at Pebble. It's just not real." I'm like, "No, it's a golf sim."
It's a
Who
game.
pays attention to their score in a simulator? I mean,
Mr.
Yeah.
Details has to have it as he's not good at make believe. If it's not statted out and
so what's he going to
supported-
a simulator for?
Thank you. Thank you. Like what
Who keeps
was it-
track of
To
their
analyze
score
his game and
on
work on his.
Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's working,
on his
he had
club
the,
face and-
the yips around the greens.
Oh, I feel his pain there.
Yeah. Big game last night. 5-0 was the final.
Yeah.
Florida beats Carolina. Bennett, 2 goals, tied with Mikko Rantanen for the playoff lead in goals with 9. Verhaeghe, 3 assists. Kachuk gets his first goal in 11. Dreger was on before you hopped on, and just talking about the depth that they've got.
Bennett used to play here, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
sure.
think so.
Oh.
Yeah. This was the first game where Florida had
Why is he
a
not here anymore?
multi-goal scorer since game 1. They've scored 55 goals. Oh my goodness, it's like I need one of these. 18 different players. They've had 7 different D-men scoring.
Just everybody's having
You just
a party.
don't shut that one combo down and beat this team.
Oh, so they're good.
Paul Maurice, 28-0 are the Panthers under Maurice when they have a lead at the end of the first or second period in the playoffs.
28-0.
That's tidy.
It's not bad.
That's tidy.
You're going to win a lot of games like that.
Yeah. And what does it mean when you have a lead like this? Well, in any best of 7, you
Yeah.
go 2-0 when you're the road team. They've won 80% of the series. In a conference final, road teams up 2-0 have won 20 of 21.
Oh, boy. Rod's not going to like that stat.
No.
That's not good, Rob.
Rod, do you like that math?
Oh, boy, I hope Rod's
how do you
not tuning in.
How do you
He
feel?
ain't
about
going to
that?
like that. He'll
Bad
be
idea.
agitated.
Some injuries. Sam Reinhart took a bit of a hip check. He left the game, I believe, in the first period and did not return. So there's some concern there. I guess we can look at it. It's not totally, but he's not watching.
That's your
Okay.
knee.
He's not watching. So
Ow.
Aho came
okay.
over and clipped him pretty good there.
Okay.
And yeah,
Well, they seem to be just fine without him.
Yeah, they bounce back.
yeah, they bounced back. Seth Jarvis
I
got
wanna do that
clunked in
about
this one. He
25 more
also.
times.
He's the leading scorer for the Hurricanes. Left the hockey game. I think he came back for 4 shifts or something like that. And
Oh,
That's enough.
that's a hard hit.
Oh, you see that?
his buddies will be pissed off.
Yeah, his buddies from Winnipeg. They were going to drive down to.
They didn't? I thought I saw something there.
Oh,
That's on the chin.
Yeah, that's right on the. That's on the button. It's on purpose too, I think.
that's
I
on
believe-
purpose.
I believe so.
Yeah,
See,
looks
like
to be on
that.
purpose.
What's that guy's last name? That D-man?
Mikola?
Like,
Is that who it was?
Mikola.
I think so. like how is not some?
I don't understand how
I-
things operate in the NHL.
How is not somebody taking a healthy 5-0?
Yes.
Mikola's not going to beat you up.
No.
But like
not
you said,
alone.
who's going to do it on that team?
I don't know.
Gossespierre can't drop his gloves.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think their best option would be if Tim Gleason threw some gear on. Tim Gleason could do
Right.
it. Tim Gleason was tough.
Yeah.
Sneaky tough.
I saw, did Stu
But
Grimson just turn
unfortunately-
60? Is he still around in Carolina? He
Bring
was
him
scary as
back.
hell.
Get the Grim
Former
Reaper.
Kane. That's right.
Jesse Bouleries lives in town. He's a
Sure.
little financial advisor. Give him some skates.
Go after it.
Oh, he's not shy.
Nope.
At all.
So he's saying Brent Burns. Because here's what happened. So this
Burns has been around for a million years.
Sean Walker got injured. So
Crazy.
he's one of the D-men, obviously. Jalen Chatfield, defenseman, he didn't play. He's hurt. So then Sean Walker goes down. Poor Burnsy, 40 years old, played 27 minutes last night. Is anybody else?
Look, he can skate.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
He's had an amazing career, longevity-wise, obviously.
In
Started
trouble.
as a forward. too.
Forward.
It's amazing.
Tonight, game number 2 between the Oilers and the Stars. We know what happened in game 1. It was glorious.
Who we cheering for?
Dallas.
For sure.
I will say, though, the Oilers
Are good.
yeah. I think if I'm the LA Kings right now, I'm a little bit sick to my
Can
stomach.
you imagine?
'Cause
They've effed that up royal.
I talked to not the name drop or anything, but I gave him like a week or two, but I've become buddies with Drew Doughty. And so I called him after and I'm like, dude, he's like, man, we've been getting pounded by these guys. He's like, I legit think we had a better team this year.
Oh, I thought they were.
Yeah, I thought they looked great. And that one, you don't want to lay it on one guy, but if old Byfield just
It's two
literally
events. The don't call
all you got to do like this. You got Evan
Chip.
Bouchard. He ain't going to play D.
chip.
Just
Chip
this.
and go.
That's it. Probably scoring the empty net anyway.
Yes, you're going to beat him to the puck.
Yeah, he's not going back. He's selling the farm. You do that in a tie game. Anyways, the LA Kings got to be. But I will say, the Oilers look good. Darnell's staying on. I didn't see the last game, but Darnell's been staying on his feet, which is
He's been Ken Holland the day after you took a run. I took a run at Bouchard like early in the season, series, because he was terrible. He was
Captain Casual.
Oh my God! Like, do you care at all? Then he
Who's
goes and
gonna
scores 100 points. I'm like, oh,
I know he's putting up points. Somebody's going to pay him, and don't get me wrong, he can. But if he ends up going somewhere else and there's no more McDavid and Draisaitl, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's good. He's going to put up points, but that guy has moments where it's
scary.
Whew.
You have 3.
What's he going to be looking for?
He'll
12?
be 3-point night and still be the worst defenseman on the ice.
Yeah. God, must be nice. You
Go
ever
ahead,
have a
Dean.
3-point night?
Back to you, Dean.
Back to me.
No.
Oh, back to the Pinder report.
Yeah. So that game 2 tonight between those two. We talked with Dreger Shanahan, done in Toronto, was hired in 2014, April. So long time.
Shanna plan?
Hired Mike Babcock in 2015.
Yeah, they did.
Drafted Matthews.
Thank God, that didn't work out. That's all I got to say.
It's a good thing you're doing it. So there it is. I'm proud of the rebuild. Came in, didn't win. Nope. 11 years, 9 playoff appearances, 2 playoff round victories. Hired and fired Lou Lamoriello, fired Kyle Dubas, hired Treliving, fired Babcock, hired Sheldon Keefe, fired Keefe, hired Berube, gave all the guys the money to some controversy. Matthews, shorter term deal, Marner money, Tavares, that whole thing. So, remember Patrick Marleau came in, and now Dreger was saying it's he's part of the decision-making process, but you can't lay it all at his feet. But Patrick Marleau goes to Toronto when it felt like this guy's finally done, right?
Right.
Then they had to trade a first rounder to Carolina so they could take him and his cap hit.
So just sorry,
well, and then they drafted Seth Jarvis with that pick, and they did the same thing with Peter Mrazek, signed him to a deal, and then we need that money back, so they traded a first rounder to Chicago so that they would take Mrazek. That's that.
So question to either one of you. You bring in Marleau, and everyone thought he was done in this, blah, 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 whatever. And then he kept playing, it seemed like, and got the most games ever. But that's when Matthews was there. And I don't know that they lived together, but I do think I remember Matthews saying how much he looked up to Marleau and how much Marleau taught him about playing in the league. Chicago has a kid by the name Bedard.
Yeah.
And we're all ripping on the Blackhawks organization for not giving him a supporting cast.
Okay.
We can say that the Marlowe signing and you give up the draft pick and Jarvis is the guy that Carolina gets and this and that. Is that the cost of doing business to support a guy like Matthews? Like because we can shit talk the Leafs for not getting Jarvis and bringing in Marlowe, but maybe it had an influence on Matthews becoming a better player. And we can shit talk Chicago because, well, they haven't done anything to support this guy. He's out there on an island and he's supposed to do it on
I don't think you can give it to him about not drafting. I mean, it's easy to say, that, but if they have that pick, there's no guarantee they're picking.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I get when you're looking back, there's no other way to break it down.
Yeah, like who's the right? And I don't even know if it's relevant, but
that's the worst case scenario is when you bring in a veteran guy and then you've got to give up a first to get him off your roster so you can get that cap hit back. They've got Foligno in Chicago. They probably feel like he's a guy. They brought in Taylor Hall and then traded him away.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what the recipe is.
Breakfast.
Anyway, so Shanahan's gone. They're talking about it right now for whatever that's worth. GM of the year candidates were announced. Bill Zito feels like, boy, all this love for the Florida Panthers. Does their GM get any love? Yeah. Might be time. Kevin Cheveldayoff, Jim Neal, Bill Zito, the 3 finalists, Winnipeg, Dallas, and Florida.
Who's winning the Jack Adams this year? Don't tell me Scott or Neal.
President's Trophy.
Conversation for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Finishing second behind that Washington guy. Hopefully.
Yeah, probably Carberry.
Yeah. Could be Carberry.
I hope so. I will say I've been I know because that's voted on. The Jack Adams is voted on, I think, by like media personalities and stuff like that.
You good to vote?
Well, I got rid of one of his votes.
You talk to somebody
right at the golf course. Got asked. I'm like, don't vote for him. He goes, okay, I won't. So I know he's not getting a vote from one certain person. So I did my job.
Imagine if math comes out and by a single vote. Congrats to Spencer.
$1 million bonus out the window. Son of a.
Oh, tough luck, Scott.
Well, I know you guys would have been keeping a close eye on the men's World Hockey Championships.
Wouldn't miss it.
Did I read?
Yep.
Denmark outshot Canada 22-10 in the third, scored 2 late goals to eliminate Canada from the World Hockey Championship.
In the quarters?
They were out drinking, Garen, those bastards.
It was fun. Did you ever play in the league?
No, I said no.
Oh.
Once that I got asked.
And you told him pound sand?
I was going to Australia.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lanny McDonald literally called me in the vehicle. I'm with Brian Campbell and Max Afinogenov, and we're driving to Toronto to catch the flight to Australia.
Okay. Well, I guess it's kind of tough.
Sorry, Lanny.
Hey, Lanny. No, I'm good.
And I was about the 18th defenseman they called that year. I know.
Where was it? Where was the tournament?
Don't know.
Probably somewhere shitty if they were calling you. That's why they called me.
I said
Russia.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Denmark.
Is up and comers. They're using AI for their practice plans.
Nikolai Ehlers, I believe, had the tying goal.
Oh, Ehlers. Okay. Any other? That'd be the only NHL.
It's about the only thing you'll recognize there, I think. So yeah, Denmark. They got in. Final day of the prelims. They won in a shoot over Germany. Host team. They were very excited.
Good.
They were very happy and very excited.
I don't think anyone here
cares. Got to be the biggest. It's got to be
one of the biggest wins for the Dutch.
In Dutch history.
Dutch, Netherlands.
The old love fest with old Crosby and
Murray.
That's right.
The old love. Yeah, they were probably boozing.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah. But hey, that's not an excuse. Nope. You can booze.
Show up and win.
Oh, yeah.
Memorial Cup opens tonight in Rimouski. Did you ever play in the Mem Cup?
Lost.
Quebec League champion Moncton Wildcats. The OHL champs are the London Knights, WHL representatives, the Medicine Hat Tigers, and of course the host Rimouski Oceanic. It's a good host team. They went 46-14-4 in the regular season, lost in 6 to Moncton in the league championship, so they were right there.
Okay.
Tonight, the Tigers and the Oceanic.
They're playing tonight?
Tonight.
It's already started?
Tonight.
Begins tonight.
Okay.
Yep, game
Congrats
1.
to the Tigers. Shout out to Willie Desjardins. Good dude. Willie's a
Sweet
good
Willie.
dude.
Sweet Willie.
He's a good dude. They got a good team, too.
Sweet Willie is from about 8 miles away from where I grew up.
Okay.
The smallest of towns you could ever find.
Okay. He's a good dude.
That's where good.
You got a good team.
From.
Andrew Basha,
Mhm.
Garrison Pub.
That's right. Great.
Why aren't
kid.
they a sponsor, or are they?
Not yet.
We're talking.
It's on the right.
Rich, too cheap. Jesus.
Tigers off
I mean,
till
it's literally right down the
It
road.
is right there.
there.
Yeah.
Great
They'll face
spot.
Moncton and then London on Tuesday.
Jack likes fish and chips from there.
I'll tell you what, Rich can cook. That's good food there.
You know whose son was drafted by the Medicine Hat Tigers?
Oh, really? That big Gronk kid of yours?
Yeah, that's exactly.
I haven't seen him. Logan, is that his name?
Luke.
Luke. I knew it was an L.
Yeah.
I've only seen him once.
saw,
It
but
was
he was
over
a-
at your house back when you lived here before, and you had me over to your house. I think I was with Z and Bondo and those
Yeah.
guys. And I came over, and I could not believe. I go, who is that? And how old is he? And
He's 16.
How old is he now?
16.
16. So he would have been about 12, maybe 11. And he was
6 feet.
my height.
Yes.
He was huge. He was hanging out with kids his own age, 1.5 feet taller than all of them.
Yeah, stuffing him in
I'm
his
like,
backpack.
that's your kid, right? He's like, yeah.
I was still playing, Connie.
Oh.
A lot of road trips.
Okay,
Yeah.
jeez. Jesus.
Wait, congratulations.
Thank
By
you.
the Tigers?
Tigers, yeah.
Okay. Not that it matters, but what round?
Second.
Oh, we got some expectations.
They drafted young Luke Warner and Brock Lesnar's kid.
I didn't know it was the Tigers, but I
So
saw
cornering
his
the
kid.
market in Gronks,
Oh,
potentially, as you
boy.
put it.
It's gonna be Rhett and Brock Lesnar
I
hanging
what a
out in
tag
medicine
team.
hat.
I can't
Oh,
wait to party
God.
with Brock and Sable.
Oh boy.
Brock's
God,
got
I'll tell you what, I might have to start going
Yes,
to Tiger games.
you're a fan of
This
Will. We're
sounds-
going to get the band together.
I think I might be give him a what do we got? Maybe next year, the year after. Might have to buy some season tickets.
We're going to have a hell
Rent
of
a place
time.
in Medicine
We're gonna
Hat.
Sweet.
I love Medicine Hat. We'll play the Desert Bloom.
All of with well, Kenny Holland was. I was down watching game 2 of the Dub Finals, and Kenny was there playing Desert Bloom with his boys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny,
And he had
blows
to
up my
leave
phone. Oh yeah, gets the job. L.A.
right from Medicine to
yeah, right.
Oh, I knew he was getting something too. He tried to lie to me for a couple of years. No, I'm done. I'm like, what are you gonna do? He's like, no, I just want to play golf. He's a member at the same place I'm at in Arizona. I'm like, well, okay. I'm like, how long is that gonna last? He said, no, I just want to come down here, chill out, play golf. I go, Ken, you play way too much golf. Within 1 month, everybody at this golf course, the staff, is going to hate you. You're going to be sick and tired of it. You're going to get worse. Then what are you going to do? And he's like, give him a couple months. He's like, hey, I think I'm going to start working again. I'm like, yeah, no
put my name
shit.
back out in the mix.
What do you think he's made? I text him now. When he gets a job, Ken will respond to me in 5 seconds when he's unemployed. Now that he's employed, I'll send him a message. And I don't blow his phone up.
Yeah.
He ain't responded. It takes
Very
him like
busy.
2 weeks. What do you think he's making?
Well,
I'm going to find out. I'm
it's
guessing
not free.
Oh, it'll be very good money.
first number of 5.
I would think around that.
I'll be in that neighborhood.
I mean, he just came off 5 times 5. He's got a great resume. I think it's got to be 3 times 5.
Well, you got to afford a place down there. It's so expensive.
Ken Hall.
Make a lot of money, spend a lot of money.
Kenny watches this too. I know he does. Kenny's got so much money. It's coming right out his ass.
Good to have you, Kenny. Appreciate you.
Never bought a thing for me either. That
Really? Jesus, Kenny, come
Never bought a thing. Not even a Greenspeed. That guy ended my career. Him and his boyfriend Babs. And I still hang out with him. I go on all his golf trips.
on. He's a
Nobody
very
else wants to
forgiving
go.
Fella.
Yeah, very.
Nobody
forgiving.
else wants to go. I go. Tell him all the time. I go, I don't know why I hang out with you.
You ruined
I have every reason to hate your guts. Hate your guts. I should hate your
damn
guts.
Because he
likable
signed you in
personality.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what an asshole.
Oh, I told him to right before I signed. The biggest mistake I made in my career was to go play in his derby. I played in it the last I went again, but the year before I got bought out, I go play. Ken and I hit it off. I'm in Columbus. Things are looking good. Ripping on Babs because I already had him one time before. Kenny's sitting there giggling. He's like, yeah. I get bought out. Who calls first? 5 minutes. Ken Holland. I'm like,
Ken, you
talk to
know.
my agent. Well, anyways, I'm like, I'll call you back. I go, Ken, 15 minutes to sign. I go, you know, I hate your coach. I'd love to play for you, and I'd love to play in Detroit, no question. But I'm like, your coach is an asshole and tried to end my career once. I'm like, I'm not coming back. I go, does he want me? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, are you sure? Oh, yeah. I go, Ken, do you believe him? Yeah. Give me his number. And then Babs does the same shit. So I'm the contract. Before I know it, I'm playing for Admiral Vladivostok.
what a career path.
Jesus Christ. Sign with Camden. Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm in the San Francisco of Russia.
You know what's nice though?
Every time I touch
California
a plane, it's at least 10 hours.
Yeah, it is nice that you've laid off Babcock now. You know that you've turned that page.
I'm over it.
Yeah. It's growth. It's real good.
I think by the time I get to 50, I'd like to mature a little bit.
Yeah, don't rush.
No, you're right.
Oh, there's some other thing. I do want to mention the Calgary Surge. They're in action.
People are going to be pissed.
We told you to leave.
You know what, they'll be thrilled when you show up 5 beers deep. It'll be great.
Invite them here.
We'll just keep the show rolling. You know how to run a live stream. The Surge. They host Winnipeg on Sunday. Same two teams are in Winnipeg tonight. The Sea Bears.
The Sea Bears.
And the Calgary Surge.
What the hell is that?
The Western basketball.
Oh.
We got tickets. What the
hell are they called?
The Calgary Surge against the old Sea Bombs of Winnipeg.
The Winnipeg Sea Bears. Okay.
There's a lot of polar bears in Churchill.
It's a VIP table for 4. Not just seats. We're getting you down on the floor. VIP table. There you go.
You got a table on the floor?
That's correct. Follow Flames Nation on Instagram. Okay. Follow the Surge on Instagram. Comment on the post and who you might bring with you. Tag them all. We'll pick a winner tomorrow. You'll have the tickets sent to your inbox, and we'll
Surge.
Get you.
Damn right.
Where do they play? Oh, Winsport.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They got a basketball court there.
They do
on that big ice. On
the main arena.
Oh,
they got a great fan base. They're into it.
Okay.
And they play different. Have you heard this? How does it work?
It's the target score.
What?
Yeah, just. Takes a second. You gotta.
People are gonna.
Jesus, I feel like I gotta crack.
Yeah, crack another one.
Me what?
You too.
These guys are gonna be so pissed at me.
You're not that big a hit. So
see, if Pinder were here.
You know what, Rhett? You're always right. Here you go.
There you go.
I'll get it.
What are you having there, Rhett? What do you?
This is this is from Origin. Team.
Okay, yeah.
This is the Long Days Hazy IPA. I'm a big fan.
You are. And what do you got there, Michael?
You know what? I'm looking at this and it looks like death. I got the Origin.
You're going to love it.
I got a Mexican lager.
The Mexican
which
lager.
Actually works out perfect because I was hanging out with a Mexican last night. His name's Scott Gomez. He's a Mexican and he's from Alaska.
Yeah. Is he right from
Mexican Alaska combo?
Born and raised.
Born and raised in Anchorage.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Mexican Alaska.
Guadalajara.
There ain't too many of them. Maybe there's more now, but.
What were you saying?
Tickets for the Surge.
No, you were doing the.
I don't really know. You get to a certain amount of time left in the game. Like
how much time, Jack? Do you know?
What is this target?
I have no idea.
So
it's like 2 minutes left in the game.
I don't know, dude. Hang on.
Jesus.
There's
Christ.
no clock to end the game. It's a score differential, and then it'll be the
first team to get to.
Yeah, they had like 9 points or something.
9 more points.
What do you mean 9 points? We're talking about basketball, right?
So say one team's up 9, has 90 points.
Okay.
Are you calling someone?
I am.
Oh, who are you calling?
Pinder? Because he could explain.
It's coming through my head.
He will be the guy that'll answer his phone on the golf course.
Oh yeah, he's always staring at it. You ever play golf with Pinder?
Once, hated it.
Times.
Oh,
I just went.
He doesn't stop moving. This guy can't relax.
Oh, dude,
I've been in his cart a couple times. I'm ready to kick his ass right out.
Yeah,
he's always, if it's not that he's grabbing his clubs, he's looking for numbers. His hands are going everywhere. He's grabbing tees. He's
making bets. He's on his phone. He's doing it.
Get out.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how that works. Also,
target score.
I'll look it up.
Google it.
Yeah. AI will answer the question.
Hey, Jack, why don't you Google it?
I have it.
All
the
right.
target score is 89. So once a team gets to 80, then they have to score 9 points to win the game, and then it just ends.
How do they determine the target score?
Is that not it?
Well, it's
the target score is not always 89.
Is it?
No.
Like I thought once it
Why don't they just play?
I thought once it was when you get down to a certain amount of time left on the clock.
This is great.
They add 9 points to
Sorry,
whatever.
yes, they add 9 at a certain point.
So say that
What do you add 9?
You get
9
to the
minutes
final.
or 9
So
points?
2 minutes left.
Okay.
One team is in the lead. They have 90 points. So then
Okay.
it becomes first team to 99 points.
So at the other teams at 80, they have to score 19.
They
So
need
if it's-
19 points to win.
So 90 is the number. Are we saying that?
No,
or
no,
or
just-
whatever the
you-
score
as
is
an
with 2 minutes
example.
left.
At that time, they had
Okay,
9.
so let's say with 2 minutes left, the score is 50-40.
Yep.
Whoever gets to 59 wins
Correct.
the game.
No clock. Every game is a kind of a walk-off.
Okay.
I like it.
I mean, I guess I've never heard of that, and I guess I'm not going to rip on it. I've never seen
Yeah.
it. Maybe it's awesome.
That's great.
Well, maybe I should go watch a game. When's
Yeah,
the
you
game?
should. Sunday.
Sunday.
If you want to go, I'm sure.
What time? Are there any tickets available? What about that table?
There will be ticket. Well, we've kind of thrown it.
whoever wins the table would love to have you sit with them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Tickets available. Good seats available for Sunday at WinSport.
Okay. Okay.
And Cavalry FC, they're riding a 3-game win streak within the Canadian Premier League play. They're playing these Canadian Championship and these other games again. Pinder will tell you all that.
I have been to one of those games.
They're great.
Are they still down at
Yep, Spruce Meadows.
Spruce Meadows?
And what a match this will be. Sunday, 3 o'clock.
Are they playing?
They have got the Winnipeg Valor.
Or Winnipeg.
Valor
Oh,
FC.
Winnipeg's well
Cheap
represented
flights.
around here. Okay.
Cavalry's 3rd in league play.
Where's Winnipeg?
I'm not even sure. This Ottawa
Okay.
team, they're top of the table, way out in front.
Be the only thing in Ottawa that's top of the
That's
table.
right.
We don't
So there
need-
you go.
We don't need to go down that road.
Good luck to Tommy and Cavalry FC.
Tommy's a
out
good
to,
guy. I've heard him.
awesome-
I've heard him
awesome
yeah,
guy.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun time for. I can't speak to the basketball, but I have been to a football, soccer game,
Yep.
whatever. It's a good time.
Both are great. Both are a great time.
I'm sure both are fantastic.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be nice on Sunday, isn't
It is. We're supposed to have a humdinger
Mm.
of a weekend, man. Humdinger of a weekend.
We are going to have a great weekend.
We are, Mike.
I don't know if I'm going to make it this lunch anymore, but
I want the your feedback on the Mexican lager, because of course we have our Barn Burner Blonde, which is doing quite well for Origin,
Mhm.
but that is one of their hot sellers as well. The Mexican.
tastes great.
It does taste great.
Less.
I had one
filling.
yesterday for lunch.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's a nice lunch. Yeah, it tastes great.
It's a cerveza.
It is a cerveza. Scott Gomez would love this thing.
Well, take him if you
Should take him some. Yeah.
Should, yeah.
Yeah.
Problem is, I got a scooter back to the hotel,
Wow.
and he's at the lunch, which I'm supposed to be at.
You better get going.
I
you'll
probably
be-
should.
But when you roll in,
Oh, the applause.
Oh,
hey,
Hey!
Hey!
hopefully Keenan's like mid speech, whatever
What's
story
her
he's
name?
telling.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike, we got the same first name. What's the name of the dealership you own? Wait, how'd you get in here?
Well, Keenan Motors up on stage.
How did he end your career?
He didn't play me.
Oh.
But then
That was
again,
a
I was
common theme.
then I was again when I look back, I wasn't that good, so probably shouldn't have played me. So maybe it was.
Hey, no, don't give him any goddamn
That's true.
excuses.
Yeah.
Who'd they play instead?
You should have seen
Probably some asshole.
You should.
For sure.
It was
David Hale.
Party Adam Party
Adam Party.
David Hale.
David Hale.
Yes.
Where'd you come up? David Hale is a North Dakota guy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Maggie.
He was my kind of replacement after I left. First round pick of the Devils.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. He was the first.
Lou. Yeah, he was a first rounder.
Yeah.
Him and Adrian Foster, a local kid. The Devils
Yes,
were going off the
could
board.
skate like the wind.
Yeah.
That was an off the board pick.
So was David Hale.
Yeah.
I think he's doing medical sales now. Something like that.
Yeah.
They
After
run a. I'm pretty sure they run a wedding venue.
Honestly, totally could.
The
I think
shoveler.
he's
The shoveler
hold
is
on.
good. is
Hale or
Yeah. Where's that Leopold?
you know what? I just got Leopold's number from a guy.
We better go.
did I play with
Yeah. Where I
did I play with
Jordan
Brian
Leopold.
Hayward? Bob Essenser? Did I play with that guy?
I did.
Yeah.
He wrote a poem about Lindy Ruff. I read it at the year-end party. It was
Do you
so
like
good.
Lindy Ruff?
I like Lindy.
Okay. I never met him.
Till
Last
he-
time I saw Lindy, he was giving Rhett one of these. Oh, hey.
Oh, that was
He
it.
brushed me off so bad.
Hey,
We're
Red,
in
how's it going?
Vegas, walked
Oh.
up. Hey, Lindy, what's happening? Hey,
Lindy's at a blackjack table.
That was it.
Hey, Lindy.
Hey,
two
hey,
cup
hey,
finals, pal.
Who's this guy? Stop
Oh,
bothering
hey, Rhett.
me.
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Double down.
I'm on a
Split those
heater here,
eights.
if you don't mind.
All right, guys. I'd like to stay. I mean,
Well-
Yeah, go.
We appreciate you.
We do.
I appreciate you guys too. Otherwise, I wouldn't have walked up these stairs here.
Hey, listen, no one's going to give you shit. You're Mike Commodore.
You're here for a charity event. It's charitable. You're giving your time.
And you know what it is?
You know what? In my time, last time I checked, is very valuable.
That's
It is very valuable.
Is there anything else more valuable in life?
No, you're right.
Huh?
Once that time runs out, I think
You're not
charity-
getting-
That's
you're not
good.
getting
Hard to
it
go
done.
to the charity event.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey, and I did my job. I told them, I said, you know what? I'm going on.
You're
Barn
promoting.
Burner I'm promoting. I said, Gordy, how cares? It's a great event. Let me
Mhm.
say that again. I said that. No, I didn't tell them I was going to have 4 or 5 beers.
No, that's none of their business.
No, you're right.
Just makes you better. Every time you walk into a room, business picks up. Things are better with
appreciate
Commie.
Hey, can I pump? I got a job. You guys want to hear about it?
Yeah, I do.
So I'm getting hired to open some doors. So if you guys know anybody that none of this,
Like literally, you're a doorman.
here's what I'm selling. I'm selling tasers. I'm selling body cams,
I know the
And I'm-
people.
and I'm selling all the software that comes with it.
Well,
Axon. Axon is the name of the company.
spell it.
I'll tell you what, AXON. Even I can spell that, and I don't need AI to do it. I'll tell you what. I wish I would have given this advice like 4 or 5 years ago. Even in September, I went to a conference in Orlando. I went to a security conference. I'm in the security business now. I looked, I'm like, wow, what the fuck is this Axon? I knew what it was, but I'm like, what's their shares trading at? $400 a share. I'm like, that's
It's a
too
big
much.
company.
Like, yeah, I'm not buying that. I think as of well, we could check it today, but I think it's just under $800 a share.
Ooh, yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah, we are cutting edge. Obviously, I'm not in charge of the technology.
no, you're opening doors.
I'm opening doors.
Call your boy Noodler, because we just had Drex talking about how he's a hypochondriac about his security. He might be a great.
We're talking cutting edge technology.
This is what Noodle needs.
Cameras. It translates everything straight to the cloud. All the trying to get it into the new whatever they call the new arena thing.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I don't know what it's called.
Ooh, yeah, whatever they end up calling it.
The rink.
Well, hopefully it's called fucking Axon Arena.
There you go.
Axon's shares rise on Q1 beat, rising demand for security gear and software.
That's right.
Uh,
Hey, this is like, I'm on here having a couple beers. This shit is legit. Take a look.
I know that stock's up. I understand that part. I want the pieces of equipment. I want to start tasering people. We had our buddy.
what?
Do you remember our buddy Coots?
Yeah.
And that
just call
guy
them today.
broke into his house and stole his turkeys out of his
Okay, what are we? What?
Yes, at Christmas, Goody had a bunch of turkeys from somewhere. You give them out at Christmas, right? And then these bastards stole his truck with all those turkeys.
I
And then they
remember
got
that.
the garage door opener out of his truck. So they're like, fuck it, let's go back and see what else we can get.
Cooney needs a taser.
Yes.
And Cooney, hopefully he's not watching this. Cooney is the toughest dude I
Oh,
know.
exactly. Those poor pricks.
Killer.
And he came running
If
down the
Coon-
stairs.
oh.
I'm gonna get you.
Wow.
He was pumped. He's like, yes.
Well, when we say running, we meant rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, he is dangerous.
Uh-huh.
If my back was against the wall and I'm like, I can pick one friend to like, I need some help, I'm picking Jamie Coons
Cooney.
because he's got a fat head. He's mean and he knows how to fight.
So were the turkeys in the truck or in the
Yes,
house?
they were in
Roll
the
everything.
truck because it was crisp. It was
Yeah.
winter out, so they were staying frozen in the truck.
Just can't trust people anymore.
Oh,
You really can't. Well, I'm glad. Good. Congrats on the new gig.
Thank you.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I actually should be at this lunch because I was supposed to talk to
Because you're opening doors. Yeah. Connections. And,
I know. Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many people watching now. They're
This
gonna
is
be,
big.
Well, late entrance.
we'll put up your cell phone, your email, your
Yeah.
address. We'll put all that up on the show, and then people really
What
know how to-
address are you going to use?
your Hyatt, your
Oh, yeah. That works. Yeah.
truck, your license plate number.
That's fine.
You
Yeah.
still got that truck? You won that truck?
Yep. Yep. Curtis Glencross, thank you. Didn't rig it.
That
Maybe
you
you did.
know of.
$243 Canadian. Brand new truck. I'm driving the piss out of that thing.
Attaboy.
I'm not buying a new car until that fucking thing dies.
Nice.
That was a few years ago now, right?
I know. Yeah. I'm putting miles on too, driving
Yeah.
these dogs around, getting my shoulder run down in Arizona. I got to make some changes. I gotta get back
Jack,
to me.
push the.
I think you're doing great. No, we got to do. Mike's not here for this, but
Oh,
because
you
we're going to
did that.
talk about our.
Guess we're
Yeah,
carrying on.
Okay.
Jesus.
Hey,
Are
thanks
you
for
out?
having me.
Longest
I
show.
should.
All right.
Go.
I think I could be there by 1. That's a.
No,
Yeah. Fuck it.
Are you good on a scooter?
I'm
I fell off the
unreal on
road.
a scooter.
Are you unreal on a scooter?
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. I know when the bumps are coming, I can do it both ways. That sounded fucked
I've heard
up,
that.
but that sounds
that's
fucked up.
people have been.
I mean, on a scooter. Oh yeah, no, it's no problem. But
Mike?
they are dangerous. Don't. I wouldn't recommend people having 5, 6 of these cervezas.
unless you're a
haven't-
professional.
Unless you're a professional.
Unless you're a professional.
100%.
All right, let's go. I gotta go too. Hurry up.
Are you got a scooter?
I might.
You're going both
scooter. I
ways?
might
If
just.
somebody
yeah.
stole my scooter, I'm screwed. One of you guys
Oh,
give me
there's
a
a whole
well. You're
bunch
not.
sitting
You've
around
been
the-
drinking. Boomer, you're giving me a ride to the lunch. I have a scooter over there, and somebody might have
Well, I
taken it.
have to park 6 blocks away with
Well,
Marta
it is-
Loop.
Yeah, I know.
It's all good. All right. So, Mike's you come by anytime.
Yeah, of
I
course.
appreciate it.
Anytime you're standing in the gym looking at the weights and they're intimidating you, you just come down the block.
You're at table 21. I just got.
But you're not here, so
No,
we're
I'm
just-
not.
Okay, be right there. Actually, I'm not even going to respond.
I didn't get the text.
Yeah, I left my phone in the
Yeah, I
Jim.
ran a-
apartment.
Where's
bathroom.
the bird? God, I love riding those scooters. You guys like that?
I've never done it.
Well, you
Last time I was on a
it's the greatest
motorized
thing. It's one of my
thing.
favorite things in life.
Really?
Broke my
Oh,
ribs.
love it.
But that was on a hoverboard.
Same thing. I can't trust either.
It's got handles though. This
I
you
don't
get
care.
to do one of
How is
some
a
of this
hoverboard
stuff.
and a fucking scooter the same?
Well, they're motorized and they move.
Okay, all right.
They're dangerous.
Somebody took. my
You just
fucking
said they're
scooter.
dangerous.
Well, you got to be a professional, like you said.
Oh, and I'm not.
Oh God, I got to walk.
Go ahead,
Jesus.
Dean.
Okay, sorry, Dean.
No, don't be sorry. Fantastic.
Oh no, it's still there. I got it.
Yeah.
There we go.
So you reserved it right now.
I don't know how to do that. They changed this app. Badly. Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Jack, how's the show going today? How do you feel about
This is excellent.
It's going great.
it? It has been going great.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let's do our bets quick. Let's
All
get
right.
that-
Yeah. Because I didn't want, with Mike, he's,
What?
I know you have your other podcast with the thing.
Oh, gives a shit.
Oh,
That's on what?
Bet365. You want to get in
That's
on the
fine.
action for the Stanley Cup playoffs? Bet365. They got you game props, player props, totals, the money line, even futures like series winners, conference champs, and more. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app. Get in on the game. Official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You must be 19 or older. Take a look at this. There's some Rets. Some Rets in there. You got some ranting at any time, and you've got the Oilers money line.
That's your bets, Rat?
Yep.
Taking the Coilers, huh?
And then
They do look
They
good.
looked good.
No, I can't argue.
Draisaitl scored in game one. Maybe Rupe Hintz is due. Put that together. That's plus 650. And there you see the line.
Why don't you bet on a D-man, Red? He
Well,
go
not
ranting.
everyone plays like you.
What going out on a limb? We'll take Rantanen. Why don't
There you
we-
go.
There's going to be a
Plus
D-man
130.
scored.
Plus
Bet
one.
on that big Gronk, that 6 who turtles.
Bixel.
Hopefully he can score goals.
Well, yeah, he keeps his gloves on.
Yeah,
So that's
I
good.
know. Yeah, it's embarrassing.
There you go. Bet365. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And you know what? Tommy comes in. We make some money. The super chat.
all right.
People that are watching on YouTube Live, they can
People are
donate.
watching?
They can make a donation.
We don't do this just for fun.
Oh,
Then we take the money and we give it to the youth centers of Calgary because
Oh, that's
it's about the
nice.
kids. That's
okay.
right. Yeah.
That's nice.
So we'll take a look here at some of the messages coming in.
Oh,
Lowell, $5. Oilers can eat another bag of dicks.
yes.
Go Stars.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. A bag.
Bag
Bag.
of what?
Not a
Dicks?
box, but
Bag of dicks?
yeah. That's like probably a big bag.
Garbage bag.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably be my guess. Thank you, Lowell. Thanks for the $5
Yep.
and thanks for the
very nice.
Kind words.
handsome Dan.
Handsome.
$10. If Commodore and Retro got in a hockey fight in their prime, who would have won?
Oh,
Also,
he's
who
got
would have
the
bought the
size.
beers afterwards?
He's got the size on me. He's got a reach.
That's
You both have
actually a good
incredibly long
question.
arms.
Yeah, you have abnormally
I have
long arms.
safety long arms. They're
Your
built,
arms are long, at least as long as
they're
mine.
built for safety.
God, that's a good question.
Probably no winner. There was no loser.
Well,
or
there'd be
winner.
the winners would be the two of us.
Yeah.
I'd say it'd probably be a draw. Red could fight. There's no question about it. And then, well, when it happened, during Rhett's career, I'd say I was making league minimum. Rhett wasn't. So Rhett would have been buying the beers.
I'm fine with that as long as we're drinking them.
I was going to say, you're still fine with that.
Yeah.
Pre-career, post-career, you're buying it. Don't matter. Thank you, handsome Dan.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
$10 too.
$10. Making money for the kids.
Vacation rentals.
And there's Adam. He's got $5. He just
Nicely
says,
done,
Hey,
Adam.
for the kids.
Just
There
like
we go.
that.
it's just for the kids.
Man, this is fun. This lunch can kiss my ass.
I know. I know, right?
Yeah, this is nice for the kids.
Mike, we do this every day here.
We're givers.
And it's so great. Like, and the better part is Pinder's not here.
This is a
Oh, sorry.
highlight.
He'd
I
ruin
mean-
everything.
What an upgrade.
Oh,
What a day.
All
Retro.
the stats we'd have to understand.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. The percentages don't
Oh,
support
yeah.
that.
Right now, he'd be going
very
through the tail of the tape.
opinionated too. Oh.
Well, in your prime,
And
back
stealing
in this
your beer.
year, it's penalty minutes.
What?
And stealing your beer. He tried to steal your beer too. He likes to drink.
He
your beer.
would enjoy that. He'll be very sad to know that you came in and you guys started crushing beers mid-show.
That's
He
what
will be
happens around
devastated.
here.
I am surprised he didn't call you back or something because he'll be checking his
Oh.
phone in his golf bag. It'll
That
be
is
every
surprising.
Oh,
second or third
There's
shot.
no
he'd be
chance he
checking.
can sit in his golf cart and just relax.
No. Can't do it.
Like zero.
Can't do it.
Zero. Like
Yeah.
I said, I thought about
Look at this
driving
guy.
right next to the river and kicking his ass right out of it because I was driving. $6.99. There we go. Commies for the kids. I am for the kids.
He is.
Yep.
Yep.
All about the kids.
Giving back.
Yep.
Community.
Yep.
Caring.
That's why I do these charity events.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's why he does
the
it.
one you're
haven't
not at
I
right
haven't been fortunate enough to have kids for myself. So I like to give to other people's kids.
That's right.
That's all I do is
Give him a
donate my-
taser.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to start tasing kids. I'm kidding. I'm not going to tase kids unless they really need it.
Unless they
Unless
ask.
it's Rhett's kid,
Unless they need it.
that big motherfucker. I'll tase
He
him.
should.
Well, I'm not
Pain
going
in
to
the
fight him.
ass.
It may not
Can he
work.
kick your ass? That's a better
It's
question.
not good right now.
Okay, it's got to be getting close.
I think that I'm mean enough and smart enough
You're
to
mean.
handle
Is he
it.
mean? Does he have a little grit
It's
to him?
getting there. It's getting
Do
there.
you think the Tigers made a good choice drafting your kid?
Willie's got work to do.
I'll let him know. Is he mean?
He can be mean.
Okay, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Those are the reports I've gotten over the years is that Warner's kid. He just went at this, got the other kids. Oh,
Now, what's going to happen though? Warner's kid has also been 1.5 feet taller.
Oh, I know. Other guys are going to catch
So
him.
what
I've told him
happens?
his whole life. I'm like, just because you're
Okay.
big now doesn't mean F all.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good.
No,
Good.
he's still big, just not twice as big.
Okay. Well, let's see how good of a parent you are, huh?
Oh, I'm
Dad?
a good parent.
Well, I know you're. I'm talking just in the hockey.
I'm
I know you're a
terrible.
great.
Is he smart? Is he
trash.
better?
My kid forgot his cup shorts for lacrosse last night. The berating that child suffered would. There's not many kids that get to experience that.
Okay.
From his old man? You dumb
What
son.
and what? Okay, push the button. Let's go.
I'm having a hell of a time.
Well, he's got to go.
I know he's
You're
gotta go.
doing it
I'm gonna
again
finish
to
this
him.
beer.
You're ruining
I got
his.
2 more minutes and I got to go. I think if I get to this
No,
lunch,
he loves this. He will
What?
keep you here all day on purpose. Just
I am
suddenly
very
he'll just
comfortable.
try
I'm
and-
not sweating
Look at
anymore.
it. He's not. It's because you're refreshed. You're
Finally
hydrated.
relaxed.
I could
It's the
smash. I could
Mexican
smash.
cerveza.
There's a lot of beers in there, and I could put a dent in that cooler though.
Be
I
great
stuck
if
it-
you did.
Oh man,
You come back anytime. They're always there.
that'll be the last time I see an email.
This
from
is
Gordie Howe
this
Cares.
feels like the
Gordie
day.
Howe Cares ain't sent an email because they're going to be
This
like Mike
feels like-
Commodore doesn't
This
care.
feels like the day that Cobby got sent to the miners and we went to Joey Tomatoes and he would not stop. And it was 6 a.m. and his flight was at 7. And I'm like, okay, do you think you should go to the airport? He's, I'm like, well, I tried. Like,
That was the funnest time I ever got sent down. I will say I got sent down a million times, up and down all the time, not just here, but everywhere until after the lockout. But then when I got sent down, it was done. But I was pissed off. And what pissed me
Rightfully
off,
so.
not the fact that I got sent down. This was 03,
03,
04.
04.
Yeah, the year we went to the finals. What pissed me off wasn't the fact that I got sent down. I knew there was good defensemen there, and I knew I was in tough. I had a good camp, but whatever. What pissed me off is they let me put my goddamn gear on. go out, and I'm like, look, I'm far from the best player on this team. Like, I need to be out there early for practice. So I put my fucking shit on. I go out there for practice. They know they're sending me down. Not a word. So I'm out there skating around with a few guys. They come get me. So I'm out on the ice. Hey, we're sending you down. And I was fucking livid. And I went off the ice. These guys, Rhett and these guys are practicing. And I messaged a friend of mine who I'll see in, if I make it to this lunch. I'm supposed to go over to local at 2:30. I will be there for that. High school friend of mine now he runs the locals. Back in the day, it was Joey's. I go, what are you doing? I'm coming. He goes, I'm at Joey's Chinook. I go, I'll be there in an hour. So I went back, packed my bag. I walked out. I was livid that
the way they did it,
that I wasn't pissed off being sent out. I probably knew that was
should have been. Monty had not outplayed you, but anyway.
I love Monty.
So we all do.
Yep, 100%. I go. I drop my bag off in the hotel. My clothes are there. It's at the Hyatt where I'm full circle.
It's all coming together.
I'm still there. Went down to Joey's, and I put a clinic on.
And he really did.
Yes. It started at lunch. These guys were still practicing. And you know what? It was a great group of guys. These guys took shifts. So it'd be like Rhett would come in for a couple hours. Noodles would come in. They'd come in. Christoph Olawa came in. They'd come in for a little bit. It'd be like, hey, okay. And they kind of shuffle in and out because they have to go about their days. I floored it the entire day. And I made my flight.
No, you did not.
Oh, no, I didn't make my flight. That's right.
No, you did not.
I didn't. You're right.
I tried to get you to go, and you're like, I don't fucking care. I'm not going. I'm like, I don't know. What am I going to do? I remember kicking you and like, hey, you have to leave. You're done. Like, your flight's go. I'll be fine. I'll get the next one.
God, that was a great day. Other than the fact that I was pissed off.
Yeah, and you were headed to wherever the hell the farm team was.
Well, I'll tell you exactly where it was. It was called Lowell, Massachusetts, Rhett. And let me tell you, I'm guessing that anybody who's watching this has never been to Lowell. Lowell is a dump.
You were going to be a lock monster.
Lowell lock monster. And I was a good fucking player there.
Of course you were.
You played there 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you did during the lockout because I gave you.
I should have been an all-star there, too.
Yeah, you should have.
It's the only time I got screwed, I would say. I should have been an all-star, but my name wasn't big enough. You got Jay Boomeister playing in San Antonio. Doesn't give a shit.
Sweet Willie D's boy out of Medicine Hat.
Yeah. Right? And don't get me wrong. Good player. So I didn't make the all-star team.
Same stride as you.
Yeah, do we have that goal?
Yeah, we were like similar players. Didn't make the all-star game. So anyways, last note. So I went to the all-star game.
You went and watched? It was in Lowell?
I put a Chuck Kobastu. He's still kind of mad to this day. Chuck and Eric Stahl were on the all-star team. Yeah. I wasn't, which I didn't give a shit. Didn't matter. But Manchester is like 30, 40 minutes from Lowell. So I'm like, I got nothing to do. And Eric and Staller and I were going to New York City after this game. So I'm like, fuck it.
Well.
So I put on, Chuck's still mad to this. I should have put on a Kobasu. I put on a Staller jersey. I took his jersey right out of his stall, put it on, and went and got blitzed in the lower deck, Manchester. Great arena, packed, probably like 12,000 people in one.
Leading the charge.
And I'm up there a little bit, but when things are calm, when I start yelling, they can hear me. So I'm yelling at Chuck. I'm yelling at Eric Stahl. I got the Lowell Lock Monster Booster Club, who's up in like the upper deck, sending beers down. So I literally didn't leave my seat otherwise I would have pissed my pants. But went to the bathroom back. There was beers everywhere. God, that might have been my most enjoyable experience watching
a hockey game.
I had a great time.
Other people must be, this guy's a huge fan. He's got a game-worn jersey on.
Yeah. Eric Stahl, the Stahl on the back. I'm like, this is great. Yelling at the players.
Big supporter.
Yelling at them. They're actually looking. Anyways. Okay, I got to go to this.
Yeah, let's go. Push the button.
So after that.
See, he's doing it. I'm telling you, he's going to try and
So do you get called back to the end, or because then it went lockout and you just made the team?
No, then I
Or
broke
how-
my face in San Jose, and he was back and forth all year that year a little bit. And then I broke my face, and he came out and played. And then I think you're around the rest of the year.
What are you talking about?
No, yeah. When you came back, you got sent down at the start of 03.
Oh, 0304.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that was the lockout year, the All-Star game. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I got sent down. I was down for the first half of the year. I got called up, I would say probably like halfway through,
It
whenever.
was January. I know it was because it was around my birthday. I got a stick in the face by that stick in San Jose. What's his? Alan McCauley, cheap bastard. Just kidding. It was a mistake.
Mm.
And I remember I drove to Red Deer for my buddy's wedding and was driving back. It was a snowstorm. I should not have been on the road. And I told Darryl I'm going to play the next day. And he's like, no, you're not. You're an idiot. Mike's playing. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then you fought that big. He was juiced up so bad, and he had the big tan, and what was his name?
What team?
Anaheim.
I was at he used to.
He didn't hardly play.
He was the dude that played for the Cincinnati Mighty Ducks before every game. Because I had played for him after he was there. He rubbed his entire body with like icy cold.
Yeah,
one of those things.
The old icy
Garrett. He might be passed away, actually.
Oh,
Anyways.
well, I'm not trying to.
No, I know.
Push the button.
Well, I had to do something.
And anyways, that's when he came
back.
back.
I got called up, and then the Flames, they didn't want to pay me my salary, so I got called up, played a couple games. There was an all-star break.
Oh,
I ended up playing.
Did you not stick around for All-Star?
They sent me back down. I ended up playing.
I thought you were in Banff with us at All-Star. I thought that was
No, I was back in Lowell playing, grinding out in the jungle.
That sucks.
I ended up playing with the travel Lowell to Calgary, which is not close. It's Boston to Calgary. I ended up playing. I'm going to screw this up a little bit, but I ended up missing both All-Star breaks. I ended up playing like 9 games in 10 nights with travel.
And
then back here, that Ronald Petrovicki, that asshole, who I don't know, ran me from behind and clipped me, and I blew up my shoulder, and I was out for 6 weeks.
Oh, that's
then I had to take care of Christoph Olowa around here.
I just want to know who the guy, and then we can go. Who this
Burnett, maybe? I can't remember.
There's the 030 Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
That's the 0304 Ducks. That's near the bottom of the roster.
Oh, it's going to be Pim-based.
Definitely wasn't somebody at the top.
Garrett Burnett.
Yeah, it was Burnett, yeah. Well, I had to leave an impression, Rhett. Anyways, and then
and then
my
you got
shoulder
better.
out.
You recuperated.
Yeah,
And then did you go back down once he was back?
Right back to
Did you feel bad for your buddy?
No, he didn't.
Well,
he
I
probably
loved
missed
having
me.
him. Yeah, I wanted him around. I thought Darryl was an idiot. Keep this guy.
They needed me down in Lowell. Somebody has to run the power play.
That's right.
He was doing good things.
PP1.
Developing. He was down there developing.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, I did enough
Wish you
marinating. I was borderline starting to turn into fungus.
Let's go.
What are you going to say? What should we do? We're going to
push the button.
Oh, okay.
I should go to this lunch. Cable 21 probably thinks I'm a scumbag.
Well, then I'll play the horn then. One more super chat coming in for the USAID is Calgary. For Patty C, big $5. I remember Commie coming off the plane in YYC after Game 7 saying, "This is amazing. Look at this crowd. I mean, we just lost."
I did say that. Yep.
Hashtag it was in.
Yeah. And Martin Sonnenberg and Brennan Evans, I think, are still pissed off at me because I wasn't driving. Because I was smashed when we got off that plane. Yeah, no, I was not driving. And they were in the car, and they had.
What are they mad about?
Well, because they were in the car that we were taking back to the International Hotel, but they hadn't played much. Brennan played a couple. Sonny didn't. So they were sitting in the car waiting for me. So I went, I'll be like, look, I can't. I got to go sign. Well, a couple signatures.
You ran down the whole row up.
I was there for 2-3 hours. They were sitting in the car.
You're a man of the people.
Just
He's always giving back to the kids.
Always giving back to the kids. That'd be a good question. Who are the Black Aces? Like Sonnenberg.
Martin Sonnenberg.
Lives just north here, up near Edmonton.
Yeah, he's right with Tasquin.
Yeah.
Brennan Evans.
Yeah.
Played a couple games. His own
Lynn Loins.
games.
I saw Lynn Loins on the lake at Mackenzie Lake like
Lynn Loins.
10 years ago.
Lynn Loins.
Yeah.
Brent Cron.
Yeah.
Croner was here. Me.
Oh, you're
Well, I ended up playing a
Semi.
decent amount. Yeah.
And when did you come in?
Game 4, and I
Which round?
First round. So I came
Denny
in game
Gauthier.
4.
When
Denny
Gauthier-
Gauthier,
My partner. He was
Gonzo.
first. You got it.
I came in game 4, and then Lidman. Don't
Yeah.
call him fucking Lidman. Ludman doesn't make any sense. Great guy. He was out game, and Steve Monador came in game 5. And then that lasted until my last game as a Calgary Flame was, God, not a great game 4 against Tampa. I'll never forget this. We lost the game 1-0
Here.
here.
That
Fucking Fraser called. I mean, this is not today's rules.
Mm-hmm.
I cross-checked, and I ended up playing with Freddie Modine in Columbus. I
back.
cross-checked on the hip. It was not dirty, nothing. Kerry Fraser called me and Chris Clark.
Yep.
2 minor penalties at the same fucking time. None of them were.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. If you were watching it, honestly, you wouldn't even notice it. 5-on-3, 1-0. And I'm still in touch with him today. Jim Playfair, good dude. I ended up playing. That was the last shift I ever had as Calgary Flame.
Yeah, well, I effed it up for you because I had the puck on my stick, whiffed on an outlet pass right on fucking Brad fucking whatever his name
Richards?
is. Yes, stick and fucking
Oh.
shit.
I forgive you, Rat.
Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, that was my last shift as a Calgary Flame. I watched the rest of the game from the bench. I think I played like 2 minutes that night. And I came in, and I'll never forget this. And we still text. I'm friends with Jim Playfair to this day, and I don't even know if he remembers. So literally, it was a cross check to the hip that the puck was right there. I can't believe it was a penalty. Don't play anymore. That's it. Ledman comes back. I'm out, and I will never forget. I'm in the gym working out, and Jim Playfair comes and grabs me. This is after we lose. We lose 1-0. Yanks me into Rich Heskin's office.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, comes unglued on me. I played 1 fucking minute. Comes unglued, and
Did you only play that much in that game?
we could look it up. If
Oh.
if it's under 5.
All
I'll
I'm
play that.
getting at is that means I played way too much. Could have used the shift off.
Jim loses it on me. It's just me and him in the office. And I've never, I respect coaches other than Babs and fucking Arneal, and I'm like, it was the only time that I like fucking lost it. I love Oleg Saprikin, but he's a Russian. He has some days where whatever.
You don't know if he's
He
playing or not.
compared me, and I literally barely played. And Jim and I went fucking at it in the strength coach's office. Not at it like fighting, but motherfucking
Verbal.
each other. Motherfucking each other.
Yeah.
And that was my last moment as a Calgary Flame. But Jim and I are still buddies to this day. I don't even think he remembers, to be honest.
He might.
I don't know if he
I'll
does.
get him on one day. And find
Yeah.
out.
And I have nothing but nice things to say about Jim. I was pissed for probably about a decade. I'm over it now.
That's a hard one though, because like you say, it's 1-0, and the Mard.
Kerry Fraser, did he
Last
ever ref
night-
here again? I don't think he did.
Whoa, there.
It was one of the worst. Are you fucking kidding me? Especially with those rules.
Well, he was the-
Terrible.
Was it not Fraser that called the penalty on Ference with no time left in game
I think it was,
7? It was
yeah.
like a fucking hit, a great hit by Ference
Yeah.
on St. Louis behind the net. It's like, you're going to call a fucking penalty now on a hit? Peace.
Let's end on a better note. What can we do to?
Well,
Because it's been so great.
I've had a
Have
great
one more
time.
beer. Crack another beer.
He's doing it. See, this
And
is
then-
what he does.
Boomer, now I'm starting to get, I have to be at
He's
table
got
21.
anxiety, this poor guy. Let him go. Push the button.
Yeah, you fucking know. You keep saying beers. I'll be here till
There's-
fucking. I know. I gotta go.
Is there any left in the
Push
fridge?
the button.
Can I get one? Actually,
Take
no,
one.
forget it.
Take one for the ride.
Oh, he can't.
Reggie,
do it
you
'cause
should
he's
have.
Well, I
scooping.
can put it in my pocket then once I get there. All right, I'm out of here.
You put one in your pocket.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Well, in my bag, my workout.
Yeah.
God, I got a great workout in this morning too, and I just blew it out the door in the last 40 minutes. Okay. I'll see you guys later.
What a show.
Oh,
Jack, what'd you think?
Great show.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
No, thank you.
And I felt as, geez, we got Rhett really wants a short show today. He told me,
Yeah.
what did he say? About 11:40. He had to be out of
yeah,
here. That's an
11:40.
hour ago.
I was literally about to get on the scooter.
But he should have known. You text.
I know. Oh yeah.
You text my Commodore,
I'm not bitching.
and
I literally pulled up the app. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
well,
So did you
the
get the app
scooter, I'm
working?
like, wanna come on?
Yeah.
Pretty sure you
You look great, buddy.
guys-
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for helping the kids.
Yeah. All right.
That's how we do it.
Well, the good news is that
Did you get a beer for your pocket?
actually no, but I will. I'll grab one over here.
Okay.
So, thank you.
The pocket beer.
I'm gonna have to sneak in. I mean, it's one thing showing up.
So there it is.
There's the dent. Well done.
Do you need your towel? Did he say no?
No, he doesn't want it. Great show.
Yeah. Not bad. Not
We
bad.
got to mix more of these in. The people loved it.
Well, yeah, it's that's why you have a beer fridge. It's why you have Origin. Where's the Origin Brewery? They're great partners. Great partners. What's up for the rest of the day for you?
I don't know.
You and I are the only ones not drinking.
I know. I was tempted, but
Surprised you didn't.
didn't get in there. Bye, Rhett.
Are you still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Want to come back on? You got to finish your beer. Here, put it in your pocket.
No, I can't. I gotta go.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you. Thanks to Origin. I like this. See, I'm getting a 6-pack of Origin after work today. That's
yeah.
why you become a sponsor. Why you sponsor the Barn Burner. You just never know. So we need the Taser company to come on board.
Yep.
What was that? Whatever that was. We need the scooter company, Mike Commodore, telling you firsthand how much he enjoys it, how much he loves it. It's a main mode of transportation. I've got a few regrets. I've probably got a few regrets. Beautiful weekend. Enjoy it. Be safe. We'll be back on Monday. See you, buddies.